Hello everyone, and thank you for coming. Hey Loot, nice to see ya. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I got some decent sleep, which was nice. Maybe not at quite the right times, but I still got full night's sleep, even if those full nights were not at the time when they should be. That said, I might be very tired for the upcoming week because we're about to have a week of overnight construction in the vicinity directly beside my building. So that's gonna be fun. We'll see how much sleep I get over the next 5 days through that, so keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. But in the meantime, we have our own corporate dystopia to check in on. I believe last time we just finished getting that cyborg troll out of the building and then freeing him so that he could shoot himself in the head. And then after a job roughly well done, we took the subway home and the subway got stopped. And we're about to find out why. So let's take a look. Your subway car is empty on the return trip to the cruise bazaar. This stretch of the sprawling U-Bahn tunnel doesn't see much use. We're not going to read the rest of that because it took it away automatically. Okay, but we are on a subway car that has been stopped in the middle of the route. Congrats on getting first, Ray. Nice to have you here. Okay, so I don't think there's... Oh, we can actually go elsewhere on the train here. Is there anything else we can do here? Okay, so that's as far as we can go. We can't actually go and explore the train. Alright. It looks like the whole station's lost power. We should try to find a fuse box. Okay. The station's main power is off. The train's not going anywhere until it's back on, alright? I assume this isn't going to work because there's no power. It looks like the console could extend the nearby bridge to cross the tracks, but with the power out, the entire thing is non-functional. With the powers out, can't we just cross the tracks? Because if the rails aren't electrified, then there's really no reason why we shouldn't be able to just cross over by climbing down. What do we get? Oh, we got a fuse. That's good. I think this is a med kit. Advanced medkit, very nice. Before we put the fuse in, let's check these other things here. Tunnels collapsed, not getting out this way. Looks like some squatters are living in this station. Okay. Alright, well let's put the fuse in. Oh, excuse me. I'm surprised that there was just a fuse lying around on the floor. That's not typically where you leave a fuse. Okay, it's a fuse box. Nothing looks out of order. Try swapping the old fuse that is in bathroom to track. Add an extra fuse to bathroom, add an extra fuse to track. What happens if we add an extra fuse to the bathroom? You place the extra fuse into a socket next to bathroom. The status light next to track remains red. That's fine. Does that mean there's anything in here that we can do in the bathroom? No? I was hoping that it was going to unlock something if we put an extra fuse in the bathroom here. Yeah, remove the extra fuse from the bathroom. Add the extra fuse to track. You place the extra fuse in the socket next to track, the light remains red. Okay, so we need to take the one out of the bathroom and put in the track. The lights in the bathroom go out, the status light next to track lights up green. There we go. Now, who's gonna ambush us? Let's see. It looks like the console can extend the nearby bridge to cross the tracks. Let's do it. The mechanical bridge smoothly slides out and spans the gap over the tracks. Okay, is there anything down here that we can pilfer? No? Alright, let's open the door. It's so dark in this maintenance area that you can barely see your hand in front of your face. The door is stuck shut. Yeah, hey, Iger, can you, do the door? Iger shoulder checks the door, and the crack of splintering plastic fills your ears. The door pops open. Okay, I'm glad we can still pick things up even though it's pitch black. Grenades to the stash. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to interact with here. So let's see if we can open this door. I can't see what's going on. Like, I can barely see the interactables here. There's a little bit of pale red light, but I can barely see what it is. If it wasn't for the interaction markers, I wouldn't know what I was doing. There we go. That's them! Open fire! Ow. Solid hit. Target acquired. Oh, great. Mercs? Captain, Enforcer, and Standard Merc. Okay, I knew I was gonna be jumped by someone. Okay, so... doesn't look like there are any ley lines in here. Let's... strip your armor. Fuck you and your armor, because that's the captain, we need to kill them anyways. And let's hit him with lightning. Or miss, that works too. Blitz. Let's get you behind cover. And then have you control your robot. Max. Let's get Max behind cover as well. And then we'll have him take an aimed shot at the captain, because the captain has no armor now. Very nice. Iger. Let's get Iger behind some cover too. Okay, so sniper rifle's not the gun for this. But I can use my shotgun on this guy pretty effectively. D-Trick. We're running out of, cover spots. Let's put D-Trick there. Oh, he has actually taken damage. Tiger, Blitz, Cassie, Max. Okay, yeah, looks like he's the only one who's actually taken any damage, so I'm gonna just heal that up real quick. How dare you shoot at Max? Alright, well, you guys all being in the same spot is, pretty convenient. Because we're gonna do this. Fireball. Oh! Whoops. Sorry, D-Trick. Didn't mean to hit you there. Alright, well, Blitz can take an aimed shot at the cap. Sure. Iger. Yeah, shotgun on the cap. Oh, he dropped something. Okay. Shotgun on the other one. Only 5, not great, but we're getting there. Max could use some healing. Oh. Can we tase the Enforcer? There we go. Nice. Okay, that'll lock down the Enforcer for a bit at least. Dietrich, I'm not a huge fan of him being on fire, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about it right now. So let's just, I guess... Lightning? That worked. And then the fire killed him. Good. Dietrich is still on fire, which is not ideal. You know what? Let's strip the armor off of this guy. Even though there was only one, every bit helps. And then we're going to heal Dietrich. Because I don't like him being on fire. Okay, max 50% chance. It's not great. Oh wait, no, this is Blitz's turn. Okay, yeah, Blitz's aim really fucking sucks. Yeah, whatever, I expected that. Iger, can you... Yeah, you got an 82% chance, that's pretty solid. But you know what, we're actually gonna go to Dietrich first, who is gonna take a whole bunch of damage from the fire. Which is not great, but we can give some aim... Oh, shit. I meant to put that on Iger. Fortunately, we have 2 actions. Alright. Back to Iger. Let's shoot this guy. Not enough ammo. Dang it. And even if I go into sniper with my aimed shot, it's not going to be very high. So let's just refill, I guess. Alright, Max. You can probably shoot this guy, right? Oh wait, can Max fix himself with the drone kit? I don't know. Alright, that's good. So far, so good. Yeah, I don't want to try Fireball again, because that was a mistake. Okay, they're down, but we are still in turn order. So I'm gonna use this drone repair kit. Who else is down? You're down 3. You're down 9. So we're gonna heal you up. Cassie's okay. Blitz is wounded. So you know what? Let's go grab whatever this is. Encrypted PDA. Okay, so we're gonna end the turn. Cassie can use their healing to heal up Blitz, which I think should put us all back to full. Now, can I use this encrypted PDA? No, it's just a thing. Oh, that sounds like we've got more guys incoming. That is generally what the dramatic music means. Wait, we got a mercenary? Wait, shit, did they? Where the fuck's Dietrich? Did they fucking kill Dietrich? Where is... Oh, no, Dietrich's back here. Okay. Okay, I was worried. He is stunned, though. Oh, and so is Iger, who has taken a lot of damage. I'm not thrilled about that. And my healing is... shit, my healing is still down. Okay, not thrilled with that. Crap. Blitz is not in control mode right now. Shit. Okay. Mage, Enforcer, Captain. Okay, the Mage needs to go. So Blitz... wait, why can't I choose control mode? Or is he in... why does he have an extra move... an extra action here? I don't understand. Alright, whatever. Cassie. Do I have line of sight on anyone? This one I do. So you know what? We're gonna strip his armor. Because we're gonna need to do that to all of them. I don't like how locked in we're on right now. There's no one that I have that Blitz has line of sight on. So we're gonna... I don't like how they have grenades. I'm just gonna move Blitz here for now. And... oh crap, that was a mistake. I should have moved Blitz in and used a healing kit on Iger. Okay, well, I do have a bead on this guy, even if it's not good. Something. Let's move Max out. And Dietrich... Dragon Slayer's Idol. Let's reduce some damage. Oh, yep, saw that one coming. Iger is taking so much damage. Okay, well this mage, first of all, needs to fucking die. Oh no, this is an AoE. I don't want to do that. Lightning. Good. They're stunned now for now. And Mana Bolts. You know what, let's just try and get rid of the stupid mage. They're almost dead. Who are we on right now? We're on Blitz. Okay, does not have line of sight on that. Let's try and shoot the Merc Cat. Or actually, you know what? Do you have any healing kits? No, we only have a trauma kit. Well, that sucks. Let's mark this guy. Good. Make him easier to hit. Now, Iger. You are wounded 7 and need some health desperately. So we're gonna use our healing kit. Good. Oh, it looks like Blitz could use some healing as well. Alright, well, we can shotgun... we could shotgun the mage, but I think Dietrich can take care of the mage. Let's deal with this, Merc Cat. Oh, yeah, I need to deal with that armor. Okay, yeah, Max can deal with the mage. Hey, Nekul, thanks for coming. And let's see if we can chip at the captain here a bit. Okay, so, Dietrich. Okay, mage is already down. Dietrich has no line of sight on anyone here. let's get him in here. And then we will... you know what? Let's take another shot at the mercenary captain here. Alright, we got him unbalanced. Alright, that's fine. We took some damage. I was expecting that. He can, Dietrich can heal up on his next turn anyways, so that's not a big deal. Let's get Cassie out here. And strip the captain. Good. His armor's dealt with. Blitz. I guess take a pot shot on the captain. Alright, it's something. Iger. How did you miss on a 99%? That's bullshit. What the fuck? How do you miss twice on a 99% chance to hit? That is not possible. I am upset. Well, at least we've tased him now, so he won't be able to do anything this turn. Alright, Dietrich. Zap this guy, I guess? Yeah, that'll do. How much AP does this guy have? We gave him -2 AP and he still had an action. That's ridiculous. Okay, Dietrich needs some healing. And then let's just zap the captain. Blitz. Aim shot at the captain. There we go. Captain's down. And then let's move... Oh, that was Iger. I thought it was Blitz still. Oh, right, he only has one action. Right. Alright, whatever. Let's... Sure, keep missing. Whatever. Okay, good. Max can keep shooting this guy. And Dietrich, can't heal, unfortunately. Do you have any... No healing items. So I guess just keep taking pot shots at the mercenary. Ow! Okay, Dietrich. Now you can heal that up, because that was way too much damage. Aim bonus on Cassie. And then Cassie can lightning bolt. That'll do. Okay, and we're out of initiative. Good. So... Let's see where everyone's at, health-wise. Dietrich is down by 14, but he's the only one injured, so that's good. So we can use one of our basic med kits on Dietrich. Good. That brings him pretty much back to full, and we are now out of combat. Let's go back and see if there's anything in here that we missed in the dark. Nope. Let's see if anyone's waiting to ambush us. Nope, I guess they thought 6 marks would be enough. Alright, let's pull the bridge. It just shifts everyone onto the right side. And board the train. Let's get the heck out of here. The rest of the trip home is uneventful, but one thing is clear. Someone is hunting you. This ambush was no chance gang warfare, but an organized attempt on your life. If Green Winters was right, then whoever killed him is now after you. The PDA that you retrieved from your attackers may hold some answers. It's time to return to your safe house and consult Paul Amsel. Not yet, it's not. We have some information to turn in. Yeah, we got that objective there. Return the data. Okay, so we need to head all the way over here. We'll talk to the orc later, after we've turned in the data. Yeah, deliver the goods. The machine accepts the data upload and only oh, we got 1,000 new yen and 2 karma. Awesome. The machine accepts the data upload and only a few moments later, a certified cred stick is spat out of the coin slot. The phone's old LCD readout displays the text, freedom, equality, information, Shockin' Wallen Writer. Good, good. Now let's talk to our buddy. Now that our cash is flowing a little more. Samuel Beckenbauer. How's Alex doing? He's adjusting with difficulty. Okay, that's the same thing we got before. How's Silk doing? Okay, so yeah, same thing as before. I'd like to talk to you. Are you accepting donations? The work program has been a rousing success. At this point, we only have one more goal in mind to round out the year. I have been in negotiations with Air Burgazi to lease another building to the Cruise Bazaar. In the Cruise Bazaar. The construction is much more modern and sturdy than our old shelter. Our people would be better protected there. In addition, the extra floor space would open up a host of new options for our organization. One other thing, Cassie. If we reach this goal, I would like to name the building after you. Aw, that's sweet. You are, after all, our primary benefactor. With 500 new yen, we could make the purchase. Whatever you could spare would be most appreciated. Really? You can buy a whole building with 500 new yen? Yeah, sure. Just take it. Samuel's eyes widen. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, mein Freundin. Not a big deal, Sam. Do good with it. I don't know what to say, Cassie. With this donation, we've reached our final goal. I will speak with Burt Ghazi immediately and provide him his down payment. Oh, so that's the down payment. Okay. The Cassie Civic Center will stand as a monument to your generosity and care. Aw, nice. Thank you once again. You've been a godsend to the poor of the Cruise Bazaar, and I will see to it that they know it. The Cassie Civic Center. That has a nice ring to it. I'm happy that you're pleased. You've more than earned it. Are you accepting donations? No. I thank you, but no. We have grown as much as I am comfortable with for 1 year, and you've done quite enough already. Know that you have positively impacted the lives of a great many Cruise Bazaar residents, Cassie. Be proud of that fact. Alright. That's all we got. Cool. So we have completed that side quest. How much money do we actually have right now? We've still got like 1,500 bucks. So that's pretty good. Let's see, we've got some other side quests that we need to take care of, and a whole pile of karma to spend. So with that in mind, let's work on our magic stuff. Was it? Let's see, it was spell casting. You know what? Before I go and spend all of this on my various magic stuff, I do want to... Wait, what is this? Oh, that's the safe house, okay. No, I do want to go back to the magic place and see what I actually need for the higher end spells. Let's head on over to the Talismonger's shop. Speak to Algernon. Show me what you got. Okay, so let's go to our spells. So they are more expensive than we have, but it looks like we only need spellcasting 7 for the highest end spells. Oh no, we need spellcasting 8 for distraction 3. That doesn't seem very good, though. Like, lowering their chance to hit by 18% is nice, but it doesn't seem like it gets you towards your objective, which is killing them all. But it looks like that's essentially as high as we have to go for those, so I do want to get that. So we'll do that right now, because I think we've got enough to actually do it. Yes, so we'll put our willpower up to 7 and our spellcasting up to 7. Good. Which I believe also gives us... Oh, leyline visible... I don't know what leyline visible through FOW means. I don't know what FOW is, but that seems good. What is this one? Oh, that's just maximum of things. Okay. Okay. So yeah, with 7, we should have enough to do basically everything we want to do. We'll save that 1 remaining karma, and now we'll, right. First we can have some stuff we can sell. We can sell this grenade, and the jazz. I guess I don't really need these guns, because I'm not playing a gun build, and I can't equip my allies in this game with other gear. So I guess I'll sell both of these off. So that should get me enough money to buy one of these powerful spells, when I would ideally like to get, like, all of them. Ball Lightning seems cool. Lightning Explosion, that also does -1 AP, ongoing, and yeah, that seems really cool. But you know what? Lightning Bolt 3 seems good. What does my Lightning Bolt 2 give me, actually, for that matter? Lightning Bolt... Where's Lightning Bolt 2? There's Lightning Bolt 1. Wait, is Lightning Bolt 1 the one that I have right now? Oh, I don't even have Lightning Bolt 2. I've only got Lightning Bolt 1. So, yeah, no. Give me a Lightning Bolt 3. Take off Lightning Bolt 1. Wait, what? Oh, Lightning Bolt 3 requires also 4 intelligence, which I do not have. Okay. Where am I at with intelligence? I thought I had more than that. My intelligence is at 3, so I need to get up to 4 here. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to be our next objective. Because I guess I'm going to need that for the higher end spells. What's this? Oh, they've got level ups to do. Okay. What does she get? She can get either Frag Grenade Boost. Now carries a Cavalier Frag Grenade on each mission instead of a Machete Frag Grenade. Or a Flashbang, which does 2 AP damage and makes affected targets easier to hit. Let's go with that one. You get an Earth Fetish or a Fire Fetish. Let's go for the Fire Fetish. You get... You know what, let's go with Upgraded Medkit. And for you... What does this eye do? Accuracy increased by 3%. Or an SMG that pierces armor. Well, his aim does suck. I'm not sure if the 3% is worth it. But we'll go for it anyways. Okay, I think that's the lot. Yep. Good. Alright, so that's all taken care of. I'm not sure that I want to go back to the safe house quite yet, because since the safe house icon is yellow, I get the impression that just going into the safe house is going to trigger the next events. So I want to do my other side quests here before we do that. Because we have to do the Pharma Labs one. And also meet with Gennari about a missing shipment. I don't know where Gennari is, but... Oh, we're not allowed to leave until we talk to him. Okay, fine. Alright, let's talk to Gennari then, I guess. Why are there 4 markers? Oh, here's Gennari. Welcome back. You need some weapons? Some ammunition, perhaps? Got your message about the missing shipment. How can I help? He nods. Aye, a gang from a nearby Keys has been hijacking shipments bound for the Cruise Bazaar, taking money out of our pockets. I could use your help to stop this from happening. Your dear departed Monica used to provide encryption and information control for the Cruise Bazaar. Now that she's gone, we merchants have been having no end of trouble. The obvious answer is that a gang has been intercepting our communications. What kind of communications? Shipping manifests, payment orders, that kind of thing. A group with an agenda could use that information to set an ambush, and that's just what this gang has been doing. Several cargo trucks full of goods have already been hijacked en route to the Cruise Bazaar. I had a tracking device placed on the last shipment that I sent out, containers full of weapons and medical supplies. Sure enough, it got taken, and I've tracked it to Gessenbrunnen. Gessenbrunnen? If you've never been there, it's a Keys built out of an old U-Bahn station and some old bunkers. Rumor has it, a new gang called the Rabengeister is holed up there. I suspect the two things are related. So, I need you to go to Gessenbrunnen, find the Rabengeister, and get our goods back. I can offer you 500 Nuyen for the task, and if you can recover our missing weapon shipment, I'll be able to sell you some better hardware, too. Alright, how do I get there? Just take the U-Bahn. The line still runs, though not many folks stop at Gessenbrunnen anymore. The market there used to be something of a tourist attraction, but I think they've fallen on hard times recently. Can you tell me anything about the gang? He frowns. Not much, I'm afraid. From what I've heard, the Rabengeister are tricky. They have a reputation for stirring up trouble, then disappearing without a trace. I would tread carefully in Gessenbrunnen if I were you. I'll take care of it. Good. It's about time I had some new inventory come in. And one more thing, Cassie. I'm going to need you to go in light on this one. Take a friend along if you like, but no more than one. If you spook them, they could trash the merchandise. Best go quiet. Best go soon, too, before the trail goes cold. Really? I have to do a 2-person mission? That's... not cool. Alright. Is it gonna let me go now? No, I have to talk to Amsel. Fine. Can't believe we have to advance the plot. Dancer's bag. Can we steal from it? Tip the dancer? No, we're gonna walk away. Sorry, lady, we've got better things to do with our money. Come on. Get me up here. Alright. Blitz. Got any news for me? One look at Blitz's face is enough to tell you that something's gnawing at him. He stands beside his table, playing with a coffee spoon. Ahoy, Cassie. What you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief, I hate to admit it, but I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Go on. There's an awkward pause, then Blitz plows on ahead. Well, you remember those creditors I told you about? The ones who loaned me all that money? Yes. Yeah, well, as it turns out, some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Keep talking. Well, one in particular seems to have taken things kind of personally. How personally are we talking here? I got a package in the mail. It had somebody's thumbs in it. Thumbs? Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure they're meant to convey some sort of message. think that's a pretty safe bet. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think I need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I've got a plan. I know how to get myself out of hot water with Meat Grinder. I got it all specced out. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that the writers are thinking the same way I am here. Let me get this straight. You took out a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder. Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this already. There's no need to rub it in. Anyway, like I was saying, I can make it all right again, but I'll need your help to do it. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out of Drogenkeep. They call themselves the Landenberg Ring. They're a financial crime organization, and there's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinder's operation. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwarzherzen, I laid out the groundwork for a hit on the Landberg Ring. I was never able to make good on it, though. For some reason, none of the other gangers ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt and get myself back into Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So what do you think? A quick run, just you and me, with me in the Matrix and you as my woman on the ground. We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Sound like a plan? I might be interested, depending on my cut of the profit, that is. Chief, there won't be any profits. At least not for us. The money that we suck out of this place has to go to Grinder. All of it. Well, then you can find yourself another partner. Nothing personal, but I don't stick my neck out unless I'm getting paid. Oh, come on, Chief. As if I've never stuck my neck out for you. Hell, that's all I've been doing since I got here, and this is the thanks I get? I think we need to get some money out of him. He has not done anything for us for free. I'm not a charity, and I don't work unless I get paid. Frankly, it's unprofessional for you to even ask. If you won't help me, I'm going to have to take off, Chief. I'm saying that for the good of the team, understand? The last thing that any of you need is one of Meat Grinder's goons coming after me on the run. But I guess what I'm saying is that if you don't help me with this, I'm gone. As in, I'm packing my bags and leaving, and I'm doing it tonight. God damn it. Easy there, Tiger. Slow down. If it means that much to you, I'll give you a hand. He nods appreciatively. Thanks, Chief. I knew that I could count on you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some last-minute stuff to take care of before we get started. No sweat, Blitz. Meet you at the U-Bahn? Oh, no, not as such, Chief. I won't be physically going to Drogenkeep. I've seen enough of that place for one lifetime. I'll be jacking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Cruise Bazaar. That's fine with me. Blitz kind of sucks in the field, so, great. Okay, well, I guess I'll send you a comm when I get there. Sounds good, Chief. Thanks again. Fine. Alright, that's another, mission to deal with. But we have to talk to Paul before we can do anything. But first we have to pet Dante. Who's a good boy? Alright, Dietrich, what's shaking? Dietrich greets you with his familiar wry smile. Cassie, what's new? I'm curious, Dietrich. Why did you switch from fronting a band to running the Shadows? Honestly, working the stage was getting boring, boss. Spitting and screaming at the world was fine and good when I was a kid, but it just didn't do it for me anymore. The Dragon Slayer wanted me to fight a real enemy, so I left the band behind and I turned to the Shadows. He shrugs. I don't know. Guess I figured that'd be the best way to find one. Considering current events, I'd say that you're not wrong about that. Yeah, I guess not. It feels kind of daunting, truth be told, but it's exciting all the same. I've been looking for a worthy adversary for a while now. It's kind of satisfying having a white whale to chase. How long have you been looking for a real enemy? He shrugs. Not too long. Ever since I took down the last one. The last one? Of course, I might be able to sit around feeling pleased with myself if I followed the Creator or the Moon Maiden, but the Dragon Slayer ain't that kind of idol. If I'm not drinking, I'm fighting, and if I'm not doing either of those things, I'm looking for a bigger, better fight to get in next time. Dietrich produces a flask from his jacket pocket and raises it in salute. It's a remarkably simple code to live by. Who was the last one? Gang boss, great big orcish bastard called the Wildschwein. Led the local chapter of the Horde. I'd had my sights set on him and his for a while. They'd hurt a lot of people, and I figured they'd pose a challenge. I wasn't wrong about that, but I took him out in the end. Dietrich, when does this pattern end? Well, boss, the way I figure it, it'll end when I pick a fight that I can't win. He smiles sadly. Might be this one, maybe the next. It'll be hard to top a great dragon. But that's the way the Dragon Slayer wants it, and who am I to refuse him? Abruptly, he turns away. That's enough talk for today, boss. Besides, you've got other things to do, I'm sure. Thanks, Dietrich. Okay. So, no special missions for Dietrich. Let's check out the stash here. Yeah, let's, re-equip me with another medkit. Oh yeah, I can only equip myself and the dog. And I can't equip the dog. Alright, Iger. Iger offers you a shallow nod. Cassie? Do you trust me, Iger? She pauses for a moment, considering. Finally, she nods. Yeah, I do. You've earned that much. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, Cassie. You've proven your competence. It's only fair for me to acknowledge it. I feel like it's not right to push her on the matter of her team. Good to know, thank you. Yeah, anytime. Any thoughts about that last run? I'm not gonna lie, Cassie. This one's gonna stick with me for a while. What they did to that troll was sick. This is probably gonna surprise you, but I'm happy that the Mark 6 is dead. Yeah, Herr Schmidt was pissed, and sure, our reputation got dinged. Neither of those are good things, but I'll take that over being a part of what they were doing to that troll any day. Walking out of a run with a clean conscience is a rare pleasure. Savor it while you can. Oh, so we can we can continue this line of questioning. With the trust and the team. Alright, let's see where this goes. Tell me what happened to your team. This again? Why do you even care, Cassie? Because it's pretty clear that if you had your way, you'd still be with them, and a good leader places a priority on knowing her team. She slowly nods. Alright, I'll tell you. I suppose that you deserve to know. What happened to us was Hoffman. He was a rookie, the kid of some big money corporate exec. He looked good on paper, and he made it through KSK training, so he was technically qualified to join a team. But he was way too green to fit in with ours. Still, he wanted to be a hero, and his family had enough clout to get him an assignment of his choosing. I don't know how many strings Hoffman's daddy had to pull to get him assigned to our team, but he pulled them. Hoffman became our 9th squad mate, despite Metzger's objections. Anyway, flash forward a few weeks, we were closing in on one of the Russian mob's major trafficking operations. They'd been using a series of warehouses 50 miles from the border as a staging area for their convoys. Women and girls from Eastern Europe were being housed there. When the convoys came, they'd be crammed into cargo containers and hauled across the border into Germany. Go to any brothel along the border and have a look around. Chances are you'll find at least a few girls who spent some time in those warehouses. Slovakians, Hungarians, Poles, you name it. The mob has been smuggling them over for decades. But we were in a position to derail the operation, and we weren't going to let our new addition slow us down. We hit them by surprise, and we hit them hard. Fisher and Braun managed to take down the Banshee that they had patrolling the site. Wolf had reconnaissance drones overhead providing battle tac feeds to the rest of us, and we picked off their gunmen one by one. They had numbers on us, but they didn't know where to hit us. We had eyes in the sky, and we had cover and concealment. Every time they thought they had a fix on us, we'd shift positions and hit them again. They might as well have been fighting ghosts. Then Hoffman broke cover and gave away our position, and after that, all hell broke loose. Wolf went down first. The sound of it will haunt me for the rest of my days. An explosion, a choked scream, and then this long, drawn-out gurgling sound. When he died, his drones went down with him, and there were too many hostiles for us to track without them. I'll spare you the gory details, Cassie. Suffice it to say that my team was wiped out. Iger's face clouds again. You can see the tears beginning to well in her eyes. I watched Metzger die. With a visible effort, she clamps down on her emotions and calms herself. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. I took 3 rounds myself. Had to drag myself back across the Oder-Neisse line into Germany. I almost died. So that's the story. My KSK career died with the rest of the team. Our mission was illegal, after all. Off the books. There was no going back for me, so I wound up here. She looks you in the eye. Her tone is impassive. Did that tell you everything you wanted to know, Fearless Leader? Are you satisfied now? Yes. Thank you, Iger. So, tell me, what's your takeaway from my tale of woe? I figured that you've got to have one. Let's see, when Monica died, you blamed me because I was new to the team, but I'm not Hoffman. You're hung up on the past. If you want to survive in the shadows, you need to get over it. Or it doesn't matter what I think, what you think and how you act on it is what's important. No. Yeah, when Monica died, you blamed me because I was new to the team, but I'm not Hoffman, Iger. Yeah, she nods. I know that. And you are right, to a point. I might have judged you too harshly because of Hoffman, but everything else that I said was justified. Giving you command of this team was a hasty decision, made for the wrong reasons. I stand by that assessment. But between then and now, I've been watching you like a hawk, and you've grown, Cassie. You weren't the right choice to lead before. I still believe that, but you are now. Thanks, Iger. Good talk. She nods. Until next time. Okay, cool. We're developing a rapport with Iger. Let's hit up Glory, see if we can get new info out of her. For the first time since you met her, Glory's expression seems to brighten. It's subtle, but it's there. You're sure of it. But we're now in an ad break, so we'll continue with that in 3 minutes. Stick around. And we're back. That 3 minutes seemed to fly by. Okay, let's continue. We're talking to Glory now. Cassie, a pleasure as always. Need anything from me? How you doing, Glory? Golden as always, Cassie. No problems here. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were warming up to me. She studies your face for a moment before responding. I suppose that you might say that. I don't talk to many people, Cassie. It just doesn't seem to be worth the effort. I don't really feel much anymore. Not since... She caresses the chrome of her forearm with a hand made of articulated steel. This. If that's true, why are you still talking to me? I suppose because you've shown an interest, and because you haven't let me push you away. She locks eyes with you. Her expression is blank. I don't want to mislead you, Cassie. I still don't feel anything. Not warmth, or friendship, or even trust. But I can appreciate the effort you're making. It's something new, and it's worthy of exploring. Are you ready to tell me about the chrome you're sporting? I'm getting there, Cassie, but you'll have to give me some time. The answers will come when they do. Alright, you said that things went bad when you turned 14. I'd like to keep talking about that. She stares at you, her face expressionless. No, I'd rather not. Why not? Because I don't see a reason to. The memories are unpleasant, and dredging them up doesn't serve any real purpose. You're wrong about that. The last time we talked, it had an impact on you. That's reason enough to continue. She pauses a moment to consider your words, a troubled look on her face. I suppose that's true. Feeling discomfort is better than feeling nothing at all. Alright, here's the deal, Cassie. I'm going to talk, you listen. When I'm done, I'm done. No complaints and no arguments, and we'll see what happens. Deal? Deal. Right. 1,000-meter stare creeps back into Glory's eyes. A moment later, she's locked away in her own head again, reliving memories that she'd long since filed away. So a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express, magically. Go on. There's another long pause, and Glory becomes more animated. Anyway, I turned 14. I awakened. I don't even remember how my parents found out about it anymore. I think that my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage, something like that. With everything that happened afterward, those days are kind of a blur. Oh, time for a stretch and a hydrate. Thank you, Lord Plum. Let's take a quick little drink here. And a stretch. Ugh. That was good. Alright, let's continue. What I do remember is that my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch, a hex, he beat the living shit out of me with his fists, and then his belt, and then a claw hammer that he grabbed out of his toolbox. Jeez, nice dad. All the while, my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer, too. It's a miracle you survived. I'm just lucky, I guess. So finally, after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped tuning me up with the hammer. I had broken ribs, a busted arm, I couldn't see out of my left eye, and my entire right side was covered with one giant bruise. I was bleeding all over the place, making a real mess of the carpet. The old bastard spat on me, his bleeding, crying daughter. He spat on me and told me that I was des Teufels Ur, the devil's whore. Then he kicked me out of the house. Geez, he could have done that before he beat the shit out of her. As I was crawling away, my father told me that if he or any of his Cruise-Ritter brothers ever saw me again, they'd treat me as the Berlin chapter treats the enemies of God. If you're not familiar with how the Cruise-Ritters here in Berlin deal with heretics, it's decidedly less pretty than what my dad and his buddies did to their victims. I got the hint, and the next morning I hitched a ride out of Stuttgart. No, from what she's told us before, she said that, like, her dad was fairly well connected with folks. Um, He'll say, gutsy move, you're a smart kid. Not that smart. Slowly, sadly, Glory shakes her head. But we'll get to that in a minute. I wound up in Tübingen. I figured it'd be a safe enough place to find medical attention and maybe to call home. It's not far from Stuttgart, but it has a huge student community that I figured I could blend into, and the university there has a decent magic department. My ride dropped me off at the university hospital, and they patched me up pretty good. Had some questions for me about how I got so beaten up, but I lied and told them that I'd been mugged, which played nicely into my complete lack of cash, credit, and identification. Glory pauses for a moment and looks down at the floor, then fixes her eyes on you. She's visibly tense. We're gonna fast forward through the next few years. I was a kid on the street. I got by as best I could, doing whatever I had to. The rest we can leave up to your imagination. Good? Yeah, let's just play it by Glory's terms here. We'll say good. Good. Glory's clenched jaw relaxes somewhat, and the tension drains out of her shoulders. Thanks. So, anyway, I lived on the street for a few years, got used to being hungry all the time, got used to getting rained on, got by. I was painfully aware that I had magical talents, but without any kind of training or guidance, I didn't really know how to use or develop them. Truth be told, they scared me, so I more or less ignored them. So it just sort of went like that until a few days after my 17th birthday. Then I met Marta, and everything changed. Marta was a sweet girl. At first I took her for a street kid like me. Her clothes were a little ratty, and she seemed comfortable being near me, but she also looked well-fed and happy, and those were two things that I hadn't been in years. We started hanging out, and before I knew what was happening, I was in love. There was a genuine attraction between Marta and me, I think, but I also think that a lot of my affection for her came from the fact that she was the first person in years to give a damn about me. She cared, and I loved her for that. Glory pauses. She looks flustered, her composure cracked. Keep going, Glory. She stares at you for a beat, then nods. A few ragged breaths later, she continues. Marta told me about a place where she'd been hanging out. She invited me to join her there. It was called Firstel, the fireplace, and it was sort of a commune for dispossessed youth. Turns out that a lot of the street kids I'd known over the years had moved there. The way that they disappeared, I'd assumed that they'd been kidnapped or killed, or had gone back to their parents. But there they were. I remember being kind of angry about it, like, how did everyone get the memo about this but me? Marta calmed me down. She was good at helping me work through my feelings, and I wound up following her to Firstel. To a street kid, it was basically paradise. The owner, a guy named Harrow, had set up this little farm just outside Tübingen in the Schönbuch forest. The Schönbuch is officially a nature park, but not many people go there nowadays. Too much fear of paranormal animals, I guess. Anyway, park or not, it was plenty big enough for us to hide in. It was also safe and pretty, and the farm was well stocked with food. Most importantly, Firstel gave us a sense of community and stability that we'd never had on the street, and we loved Harrow for that. He became like a surrogate father to us. Glory pauses again, and you recognize the distinctive flush in her cheeks. She seems to have come out of her reverie once again. That's enough for now. I need to process all of this, and I don't want to continue forward until I've had the chance to do that. I know that this all happened years ago, but I guess it's still pretty raw to me, so I'm going to ask you to give me some space for a while. She turns away, and the frost begins to creep back into her voice. We can pick it back up later. Alright, we've made progress on, Glory. Alright, 4 unread messages. Okay. Salvage DVD. The screen flickers to life, and Malit's face appears. From the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Hoi, Cassie. Just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think that you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope, though. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back at the inbox. Alright, what's this? Payback is sweet? The screen flickers to life and Maxim's face appears. He's wearing a broad grin, and you can hear the sounds of celebration in the background. Ooh, did we land a hit on the bad guys? Hey there, Muscle. Not sure if Tuck gave me the right address, but I figured it was worth a shot. I don't know if you heard, but our favorite Poly Club got hit from all sides by the estate today. It was glorious. Alright. Anyway, just thought you'd want to share in the good news. And thanks for your help back there. I don't think we'd have made it out of there without you. He raises a hand in salute. Take care, Cassie. Oh, that's nice of him to let us know. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back in your inbox. Alright, what's thanks? From Alexander. Oh, yes, okay, Alex, okay. Hey, Cassie. Uncle Dietrich told me that I could message you here, so I figured that I should. He probably told you that I'm living at Samuel's, huh? Well, that's where I am. It's different, I'll give it that much. I like that I don't get pressured to hurt people here, so that's good. And nobody smacks me around, even though I can tell that a lot of the orcs and trolls want to. I do get yelled at a lot and called a lot of names, but I guess that making me feel bad about that kind of thing is all a part of the plan. Life kinda sucks right now, but at least nobody is going to make me kill anyone. Uncle D says that it's going to get better, and maybe it will. I don't know. Anyway, what I mostly wanted to say was thanks for not killing me back at the Humanist compound. I had a gun on you, so you totally could have, but you didn't, and I'm really glad about that. Thanks. Well, you're welcome for not murdering you. Recovery. From Silky. This is Silky from the hotel. I hope it's okay that I'm writing you. Samuel gave me your email address. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for everything that you did for me. Kicking my cram habit was the hardest thing that I've ever done, and I don't think I would have tried if you hadn't talked me into it. To celebrate my newfound sobriety, I've decided to sign on as a volunteer at the charity. Oh, that's nice. Who knows? Maybe giving back to the community will help things turn around in my life. Anyway, thanks again, Cassie. I owe you one. Yours, Silky. Aw, that's nice. I'm glad we get to hear these, follow-ups on the things that we've done. That's very fun. Alright, let's check the jobs directory. Claim payment for the MK6. You submit the job as finished and await your client's response. A few moments later, a message pops up on the screen. To call your work unsatisfactory would be an understatement. When I said that we wanted the prototype, it should have gone without saying that we wanted it intact and operational. You technically fulfilled the terms of our arrangement, so you will get paid, but don't ever expect to work for us again. That's fine with me. A moment later, a second message pops into your inbox. Your payment details. Good, good. 6K to the crew, 1.5 for ammunition and resupply, 11 and a quarter to our Alice fund, that's good, and then 3.75 for us. Good, that means we can buy more spells. Alright, let's see. View all pending and active jobs, I guess? Oh, there's just the farmer cleanup. Okay, yeah. Check the Alice Fund. What are we at? 32,500. Okay, we're doing well. We should be able to clear that up with a couple more jobs. Let's see the BBS. Establish connection. Search for relevant keywords. Alright, massacre at Shatness Schoolhouse. Really attention-grabbing headline, right? That's how the local news has been spinning it. Truth is, the schoolhouse was abandoned years ago and is being used as a humanist recruitment and training complex. Oh, so that's the place that we cleared out. You're kidding me. A friend of mine was going there after class and said it was just a community center. I know none of you are fans of humanists, but that entire chapter house got wiped clean. There were probably some kids in there off the street who were just looking for a hot meal. Screw humanists for exploiting them, but they didn't deserve death. Yes, they did. Good riddance to those assholes. Streets are a little safer now that they're all buried. Went trolling on the humanist board and that place was totally wiped out. Volker Stahl was in charge of that chapter house. Good riddance to that piece of dreck. Heh, just got offered a job to geek one of Humanis's lieutenants. Seems like Stahl is dead and a power struggle is already underway. You taking the job? Not my kind of work, but I gave the Johnson an address to one of your Trix dead drops. Cheers, mate. Just finished up drinks with a chummer who was doing some biz up there. The real story is Humanus did not want to pay for services rendered, and some hired muscle went crazy and took them all out. Oh yes, we went crazy, sure. So the muscle decided taking the whole place down would get the Nuyen back? Well, that's one way to make a living, I guess. Even if your friend did get screwed out of a bit of Nuyen, I don't think Humanus would ever be worth the would even be worth the bullets, especially that many of them. Alright, let's check out Formula 17, which I guess we're getting this because we passed along that information. So we've all seen this one floating about the tricks. This is some serious stuff. It's got heavy-duty corp written all over it. Not a lot of players could be behind something like this. Ares or SK or maybe one of the big pharma corps? Say Shreng or AGC? Of course, you can never totally discount the Azis either. Tolstoy, my esteemed colleague, this is indeed a recipe for some top-shelf dreck. Whispers from the shadows say that this is sourced straight from the F-State. Hello, boys. I'm a big fan. You know, long-time reader, first-time poster. Quite an interesting concoction you have here. I'm just itching to cook some up. So many interesting properties to play with. I've already got a few tweaks in mind for my own special version 2.0. You sure you want to do that? This stuff doesn't play nice, and corps are really bad at sharing their toys. You can, of course, always share their secrets for them. Just gotta make sure that you run a little faster than them. Always running, ACW? Like clockwork. Bandit, I'm touched by your concern, but don't you worry about little old me. I do declare this shall be ever such fun. Alright, save the F-State. The time rise up against the corporations is now. Fight for a free Berlin. You just fall out of a time warp, the war is over and we won. Hard to imagine Berlin any freer. Maybe you just need to switch to decaf. As long as any corporation is active anywhere in the F-State, we are all at risk. We must act. Corps are good for business and keep in their little corners. Why do you think we would help you? How naive to think they will stay there forever. Don't you see that they are taking the freedom we all hold so dear? Plans are being made across the F-State. With the shadow community on our side, we shall prevail. The F-State has its own way of dealing with those who step out of line. Take your politics somewhere else. Around here, we've got bills to pay. Alright, running on SK. Shice, what a thrill. Had to do a simple data steal in the SK branch office. Turned into an OK Corral shootout. Never seen first response team arrive that fast in my life. Had a Decker off-site running damage control. Managed to distract the second team to a different building while we jacked the car the first team came in. Lesson learned, simple when it comes to SK means something else. You stole the corpse response vehicle? Don't they have trackers on those things? Of course they do. Dumped it off the side of the road with a primed grenade in the back seat just to be safe. Nice one. Bragging about a nearly failed run on SK? Is it worth them paying a Decker to backtrace your Shadowland account? Any idea what valuable data they were hiding in that branch office? No idea. Money was too good to take any chances with it. Safely delivered it and the transfer cleared. Okay. Let's post pay data for sale. We don't have any. Claim pay data? Ah yes, the Humanus Safe House data. 460? Oh, 414 after the escrow fee, jeez. Not worth much. But I guess if they could put a down payment on a building with 500 Nuyen, 414 isn't bad. Which kind of makes Alice's 50k seem insane. Okay, I think that's everything for our computer. Which means we should check the new DVD. I guess that's the third DVD. Display goes blank for a moment, then the face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. I was thinking about Adrian today. Not as he was when he disappeared, not as the fabled Dragon Slayer or the big-time CEO of Deal Defense. I was thinking about when we were kids. Hey Runia, thanks for coming. To be fair, it was only 500 Nuyen because it's probably condemned and was condemned 50 years ago. Oh, the building? Well, no, he said that the building that they were buying is a newer building. A newer, more secure building. Yeah, it has been a while, Runia. It's nice to have you back. Well, I was always more of a kid than he was, of course. He's 15 years older than me. In a way, he was more like a parent than a brother. Winters pauses. His gaze drops to an invisible point on the table in front of him. So I was thinking about this time when we were on holiday. Our parents took us out the island of Pole to enjoy the beach. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. See, I must have been about 5 years old. Adrian was 20. It'd be his last family vacation with us. A year later, he'd begin his meteoric rise to fame and fortune. But on this trip, he was my brother. And when I fell out of the little paddle boat that our parents rented and started sinking fast into the Baltic, he was the one who dove in to rescue me. You saved my life that day, Adrian. I'll love you forever for that. And I will find you. I owe you that much. Yeah, I wasn't really sure how the numbers actually synced up, but I don't know if it's necessarily a perfect relation one-to-one to any current currency. Track 2. Display goes blank and Green Winters comes on, okay? Found an old news article that mentions Adrian from way back in 2036. It was printed in a financial magazine called Das Finestweisen, one of those chic print mags that they produced for their retro crowd. There aren't any clues in here, but it's good to see someone else acknowledge his existence. He clicks an off-screen button and the image of Winters disappears. It's replaced by a digital scan of a magazine page. SK stock suffers in post-buyout brain drain, November 12th, 2039. In the aftermath of the Dragon Loftweir's hostile takeover of Seder Krupp... I'm not even going to try pronouncing that. A continuing brain drain of high-level executives is causing ongoing worry among company shareholders. The company's stock took a major hit when Loftweir deposed former CEO Wilhelmina Graf Benoit last August. 3 months later, long-held power positions within the SKI empire continue to empty as the Dragon consolidates his power base. The most recent casualties of Loftweir's takeover include Alexandra Kobayashi, former COO of Seder Munitions, Mathaus Donor, former treasurer of Ruhr Datafax, and Werner Harding, former CEO of Deal Defense. Harding stepped into the role to replace Dr. Adrian Vauclair, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances 2 years ago. Winter's face winks back onto the screen. So there you have it. That's what they had to say about Adrian a mere 2 years after his disappearance. My brother, the footnote. Winters disappears and you're back at the screen. Okay. Track 3. While this track does load, it's clearly corrupted. The screen fills with a meaningless stream of text. That looks pretty meaningless. Track 4. This is also corrupted. Track 5. A rattling sound fills the air as the disc grinds in its tray. A few seconds later, the screen fills with text. Dr. Vauclair, it is my sad duty to inform you that, by unanimous vote of the Officerat, your position as CEO of Deal Defense will be terminated at the end of this calendar month. Your continued misallocation of company funds to pursue personal agendas cannot and will not be tolerated any longer. The supervisory board is not unsympathetic to your mental state. The trauma that you endured during your pursuit of the dragon First Wind must have been enormous. But your continuing obsession with the dragon, the dead dragon I might add, has proven a negative influence on the company, and an unjustified drain on company resources. The board wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. We have prepared a generous severance package to assist you in this time of transition. If there is anything more that we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. We won't respond, but you can ask anyways. Werner Harding. The disc spins down, and you find yourself sitting at the main menu. Okay, so nothing especially useful in that instance. So I believe that's all the side stuff we can do. For the moment, let's talk to Paul. Amsel calls over his shoulder at the sound of your approach. His eyes are glued to his computer's display. Cassie, Frau Mueller should be on her way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. He glances at you and his words trail off. Upon seeing the expression on your face, Amsel's voice becomes grave. It can wait. Tell me what happened. Let's see. Had some trouble on the U-Bahn. Somebody set up an ambush. Amsel pauses, then gives a curt nod. Truth be told, I've been expecting that something like this might happen. I'm just glad that you made it out alive. Hand over the encrypted PDA. One of the attackers dropped this. Amsel takes the PDA from you and examines it. Yes, I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. He plugs the PDA into the computer and goes to work. A few moments later, he lets out a grunt of dismay. Well, Cassie, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately, that's all I'll ever be able to pull off of this thing. All that anyone will, truth be told. It must have been running some kind of counter-intrusion software. The instant that I gained access, it bricked itself. Amsel disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground. It clutters to a rest on the metal floor. What'd you manage to get? A comm file. The audio is all here, but it looks like we've only got video from one side of the conversation. Let's see what we have. He opens the file, and a nightmarishly familiar face appears on the screen. Oh, it's the scarred, orc guy. Bachmeyer. The voice bleats out from Amsel's speakers filling the room. Audrin here, what's your status? Bachmeyer's image is garbled, but his voice sounds young and eager. What kind of build did I go for with this run? We are doing an elf mage. Target acquired, sir. You were right. We spotted her on the U-Bahn, just like you said. Probably on her way to a job. As per your instructions, we're going to try to take her out on her way back. She'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo, too, but only time will tell. Good man. Proceed as instructed. Will do. Cosman is rigging up an ambush spot now. We'll try to make it quick. The orc with the nightmare face nods. Send me a comm when the job is done. Audrin out. The image on the computer screen dies. Amsel turns to face you. Well, her scarred friend makes an appearance. Cassie, I suspect that Green Winter's predictions are coming true. I believe that Firstwind is behind this. No shit. Under Amsel's patient exterior, you can feel the worry that's eating him. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time you might not be so lucky. At least now we have a name to put to the face. Audrin. That's not all we have. As I was saying when you first walked in, I've been productive as well. I was able to uncover some new evidence in your absence, and coincidentally enough, that evidence pertains to our scarred friend. You might recall that I said I'd dig into Audrin's skin grafts. Well, I did, and that search has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside of Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's a dull, boring job, but it does have its perks. Amsel pulls open a file on his computer. A medical chart opens up on the screen. As it turns out, our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. We do not have the biotech to understand. Some good news for once. What do they say? Well, they're rather light on identifying information. Our friend's name is listed as Max Musterman, the local equivalent of John Doe, but they do cover his injuries in great detail. Audrin's injuries were extensive. He had 2 broken ribs and a shattered pelvis, and he had sustained third-degree burns over 60% of his body. Don't fuck a dragon, kids! Most damningly of all, he was suffering from acute radiation poisoning. His body had absorbed over 5,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation, a lethal dose without treatment. The information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, but what happened afterward remains a mystery. He pauses for a moment, studying your reaction. Your thoughts? Hold nothing back. I'd like to hear everything that comes to mind. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Audrin might have spent some time in the socks. That radiation poisoning didn't happen on its own. Well, those burns sound like dragonfire, but if the firewing burned Audrin, why would he be working for her now? The hospital couldn't ID Audrin. Either somebody covered his tracks for him, or he was living completely off the grid. I have a feeling we're going through all 3 of these. So let's start from the top. Must have spent some time in the socks. The radiation poisoning didn't happen on its own. Agreed. 5,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short of basking in the glow of an unshielded reactor, I don't know how he'd have absorbed that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the socks. Alright, so Audrin was heavily irradiated, most likely from time spent in the socks. What else does this tell you? Yeah, burns sound like dragonfire. I don't think that Audrin is working for the Firewing. I believe that he is serving her. On Green Winter's second DVD, he mentions that there is a cult within the Sox that worships the Firewing, the Disciples of the Cleansing Fire. I believe that Audrin belongs to this cult. That's bad news. There's nothing more dangerous than a zealot. My thoughts exactly. A hireling can sometimes be bribed or reasoned with. A pawn can be liberated. But if the Firewing soldiers look upon her as a goddess figure, nothing short of killing her will deter them. And even that might not stop them. So, it is possible that Audrin is a dragon cultist. This seems to fit with much of the other information that we've uncovered. Did any other red flags jump out at you? Yep, hospital couldn't ID Audrin. Indeed, if Audrin were a denizen of the Sox, a glowpunk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. Amsel adjusts his glasses. It's a working theory at any rate. So to sum up, Audrin has probably spent time in the Sox. It's possible that he even lived there as a member of First Wind's dragon cult, and he is after you. Amsel pauses for a moment before continuing. In my mind, all of this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast. Agreed. Good, and that's all the more reason to gather Alice's fee as quickly as possible. There's a buzzing sound from Paul's wrist. He lifts his hand to look at his PDA. And as luck would have it, Frau Mueller has arrived. Best of luck at the meeting, Cassie. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. I'm on it. Alright, you say that it's urgent, but... side quests? Will it let us do side quests? Side quests. Side quests. No, yeah, we have to meet with Frau Mueller. Alright. Okay, fine. I'll play the main game. If they insist. There she is. Set against the frozen cobblestones of the empty park, Frau Mueller looks entirely out of place. She suppresses a shiver and hugs herself for warmth. Well, I can hear the construction going on outside. I really hope that once my window's closed, I'm not going to be hearing that all night. Fingers crossed. Set against the frozen cobblestones of the empty park, Frau Mueller looks entirely out of place. She suppresses a shiver and hugs herself for warmth. She appears as Amsel described her. An impressive-looking woman of Aztlaner descent, with coffee-colored skin and dark wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Cassie, I presume? Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said that you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment, then nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm in desperate need of your help. Then tell me what you need, Frau Mueller. She offers you a small smile. An assumed name, obviously, but I've been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens in her seat. What do you mean in her seat? She's standing up. What seat? What seat, game? She straightens in her imaginary seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away. She sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I'm an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. Ooh, we have corporate etiquette, so we can answer this. As technology, I'd assume. She nods. I've been with the company for over a decade. In that time, I've worked on all manner of projects. From the innocuous to the obscene, my hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. Go on, please. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. Catchy. She looks you in the eye, and for the first time, you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down, this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Cassie. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. Jeez. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. But what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Cassie, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know. She shakes her head. The less you know, the better, for both of us. You'll just have to trust me on that. Then what do you expect us to do? You need only know that it is evil, and that is not a word that I use lightly. Yeah. If you won't tell me what this bloodline is, how do you expect me to stop it? Simple. She leans in and looks you in the eye. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages and scientists that are working to bring about this abomination, I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Cassie, is there anything more that you need to hear from me, or are you ready to make a decision? Paul Amsel's my representative in these matters. Why couldn't you tell all this to him? I had to meet you in person, to look into your eyes and see the woman behind the name. Now that I have done so, I am sure you are the one that I need. Naturally, I will send any further information about the job to Herr Amsel, provided, of course, that you accept. What about any innocent people in the building? None of us are innocent, Cassie. But if you need to salve your conscience, rest assured that at the hour of your approach, the only personnel authorized to be on site will be security and senior members of the research team. And I assure you, neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. This sounds like hyperbole, I know, but it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I am certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that doing so will probably cost me my own life. Yeah, I'm not a demolitions expert, Frau Mueller. How do you expect me to level a building? You don't need to be. All that you'll need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. What can you tell me about security? Expect it to be light. In addition to their standard security team, As Technology has taken out a knight-errant high-threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. At any rate, I believe that I've come up with a solution to the knight-errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with your Herr Amsel if you decide to take the job. Let's talk money. 36,000 new yen, as I told your Herr Amsel. That's what I have allocated for the job. That's fair? It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Cassie. I've reached a decision. Yes, and? I won't blow up an entire building full of people on such vague information? Bitch, we've done more for less. I'll take the job. Her face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Cassie. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good woman, Cassie. You're saving more lives than you know. Oh, and we're absolutely going to extract whatever data we can. Okay, so now we have to technically notify Amsel, but I want to see if we can do side quests first. Let me do the goddamn side quests. Yeah, here we go, side quests. There isn't the white diamond anymore. Okay. Yeah, so we've got a few things that we have to do here first. Yeah, so let's clear Blitz's debt first. Actually, yeah, this is a good one, because we've got money right now, but we don't have enough karma points to get the intelligence we need to do the high-end spells. So let's deal with Blitz's debt. Dragonkeep. It'd be high up on anybody's list of places to avoid, but that's where you're headed, and you're going there alone this time. The last time that you saw Blitz, he was carting his portable terminal over to Cafe Seve, presumably so that he could do his decking in the most comfortable environment possible. Like everything else related to Dragonkeep, the U-Bahn train that services it is in poor repair. The car that you're riding in stinks like a chemical toilet on a hot day. On the floor near the doorway, you catch sight of a trampled lump of tattered fur. The longer you stare at it, the more convinced you become that you're looking at the remains of a long-dead squirrel. How dare. I guess we're gonna have to just blow up the U-Bahn on the way back. The train rumbles to a stop, and the door slides open. Time to get this over with. Okay. Let's hecking go. Stepping out of the U-Bahn tunnel, you once again find yourself in the squalid alleys of Dragonkeep. This place is a pit. Piles of waste, human and otherwise, litter the streets. The gutted husks of commercial buildings stand hollow and empty all around you. Your comlink crackles to life, and you can hear the distant sounds of Cafe Seve, merriment, laughter, the clink of silverware and china. Blitz's voice cuts in a second later. Hey, Chief. Ready to do this thing? Yeah. Say, Blitz, I've got a question for you. Yeah? You hear a slurping sound, presumably Blitz taking a sip of steaming hot soy calf. The only steam that you can see out here is your own breath condensing in the frigid night air. What's up? How did I let you talk me into coming back to this hellhole? There's a long pause before he responds. Well, you recognized the fact that I needed your help, and then you, volunteered because you're a good leader? You owe me for this, man. Blitz sighs. Yeah, Chief. Yeah, I do. Okay, let's do a hard save. Since we haven't actually saved it all today yet. Alright, now where the fuck are we going? Here, I assume. A plain-looking man in a fancy suit taps away at his PDA. He's an older guy, probably in his late 50s. In the filth-strewn streets of Dragonkeep, he stands out like a sore thumb. At the sound of your approach, he stops what he's doing and shifts his gaze to you. Cassie, right? I might be. Who's asking? My name is Hassenkamp. I'm Mr. Grinder's accountant. What a remarkable coincidence. Hassenkamp nods. His expression is deadpan. Mr. Grinder sent me to ensure that the money transfer goes according to plan. When you enter the building, I'm going in with you. How did Meat Grinder even know that I would be here? Your pal Blitz. He sent Mr. Grinder a message with a complete breakdown of your plan about an hour ago. He did, huh? Your calm crackles to life. Well, of course I did, Chief. How could I be sure that this would get me off the hook if I didn't ask? You should have run this by me before the run, Blitz. Yeah, Chief, you're probably right about that. Sorry. There's an awkward pause. But in my own defense, I didn't expect Grinder to send his accountant to shadow you. That's a new one on me. I hate to interrupt, but if the two of you are finished, I'd like to get this show on the road. He glances at his wristwatch. I want to get back home before my grandkids get to bed. Couldn't agree more. It's your turn, Blitz. Get the door open so we can get inside. You got it, Chief. His voice is eager. Heading inside. This won't take 5 seconds. Alright, time for us to blitz up. Hassenkamp must survive. Blitz must survive. And we have to unlock the entrance. Okay. We've got a lot of ice. Or whatever. I think it's called ice. Icy. Close enough. Okay. So what icy should I be blowing up first? I guess we start with this one, because it seems like it's already got a bead. A Gatekeeper IC program stands impassively, waiting to challenge all comers. Visitor, identity unknown. Please present security code string. Let's see here. Override security access, root command, trapdoor. There's a brief pause, then the IC flashes twice. Access granted. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, ain't that nice of you. Can I do anything down here? Or in any of these other areas? Because I want to explore this place. Because it seems like we don't actually have the access to any of these other regions. But everything seems to be just letting me through. Oh, can I not get past these ones? I guess not. Alright. Let's head through the one door we have access to, then. Okay. Okay, can't go there. Can I get through here? Here we go. A piece of Watcher IC turns, flashing angrily. A rapid-fire sequence of lights pulse out a warning. Keep away. Check my credentials with your friend back there. Go on, I can wait. A moment later, the Watcher IC flickers apologetically. Secondary security verification approved. Super user status verified. How may I help you today? Just step aside, pal. I'm in a rush. The program obediently moves aside. Proceed and have a pleasant day. Don't mind if I do. Okay, we still can't get through to these. Let me through! I want to disable the auto turrets. I guess this is going to be something that I'm going to have to do later then. Probably on my way out. Okay. Can I get past here? What is this? Main system hardware firewall. Guess I can't get through that. Alright, let's hit the alley door. And that should do it, Chief. You're good to head on inside. Main server should be just ahead. A shocking display of competence from the red-haired disaster. That's what Mr. Grinder calls your pal, by the way. He's got a rep around these parts. For some strange reason, all of his friends keep dying. Don't listen to this asshole, Chief. He shouldn't even be here. He wouldn't be here if you hadn't spilled the beans to Meat Grinder. Unfortunately for all of us, me especially, I am here. So let's just get this finished, and then we can all get back to disliking each other on our own time. Fine by me. Anything else we need to know, Blitz? Yeah, I've hit the first firewall in here. I'll need you to get in there and install that bypass for me. Got it. We'll go find a terminal. Alright, let's head on in. Okay. So we have no idea where any of these doors go. Let's start with the side door. Okay. Not bad start. We've got a thing we can look at. This place is a dump. Yes, it is. The top drawer of this desk is packed full of slender plastic rods. Cred sticks. Hundreds of them. Sure, I'll take them. You sink your hand into the drawer of loose cred sticks and fish out a fistful. The plastic is slick and pleasant to the touch. As you withdraw your hand from the desk, Hasenkamp chuckles. They're all blank. You don't think that the Landenberg ring would leave them in an unlocked drawer if they had money on them, do you? You're probably right, but it couldn't hurt to check. You try to initiate a transfer between one of the cred sticks from the desk and one in your pocket. Sure enough, the stick from the desk is blank. So is the next one you try, and the next. Told you so. Now can we keep moving, or do you want to test every stick in that drawer? Well, it couldn't hurt. That was a rhetorical question, genius. He shakes his head. Come on, Cassie, let's keep moving. Aw, well, it was worth a try. Hey, welcome, Valhalla. Glad you can make it. We are, currently settling Blitz's debt for some inexplicable reason. Well, they both are kind of post-apoc in their own way. This desk is catastrophically messy. Candy wrappers litter its work surface, and the bottom drawer is ajar. Search it. You about through over there? Hang on a second, I want to check this out. I'm not sure that we're on the same page here, so we should probably hash this out now and save ourselves some time. We are here to fetch the money that your friend owes to Mr. Grinder. That means we aren't here to ransack desks or steal office supplies. So what you're doing right now could accurately be described as a waste of time. Your boss will get what's coming to him. Now back down. He crosses his arms. All right, fine. Search away. Mr. Grinder is waiting for my call, and believe me, it isn't wise to keep that man waiting long. I'll take my chances. Rummaging through the desk, you find an old-fashioned binder stuffed with cheap paper. Leafing through the pages, you discover what appears to be a business plan. Apparently, the Landenberg ring is in the process of opening a string of payday loan centers across Drogenkeep. Hey, Hasenkamp, what does Grinder think about this? Isn't money lending his racket? Yeah, these Landenberg pricks have been a tick on his ass for years now, sucking away at the revenue that should be lining his pockets. Bad business all around. Thankfully, we're going to recover at least a little of that cash tonight. And speaking of which, just a second, I'm almost done. At the back of the binder, you find a note scrawled on a slip of scrap paper. Excellent. Did you see that Fallout 5 is greenlit? I did not. I haven't actually played any of the Fallout games. It's not really my kind of thing. So I was not aware of that. But it doesn't surprise me in the least. From the desk of John Bergfalk. Plots. I have real and pressing concerns about this silent partner that you've brought on for the loan center scheme. We don't need him. I keep saying it, but nobody listens. Call me, JB. Any idea who this Plots guy is, Hasenkamp? Miserable son of a bitch. I had to share an office with that man for... He cuts himself short. Never mind. You don't need to know. Blitz whispers through your comlink. The plot thickens. Alright, let's take the medical supplies. Confirm. Check the trash. The garbage can hasn't been emptied in a while. When you lift the lid, you find the bin full to overflowing with crumpled paper and disused office stationery. We're gonna dig through the trash just to piss off Hasenkamp. Oh, what the hell is this? Sorry, getting a pop-up from my system. Never mind. Oh, for Christ's sake, here we go again. Calm down, man, this is all a part of the job. This is ridiculous. You're on a run with a deadline, and you're rooting around in a trash can. It happens more often than you'd expect. The longer we argue about this, the longer it's gonna take. I'm just doing this to piss him off now. He steps back, an exasperated expression on his face. Alright, fine, do your thing, but make it quick. Most of the waste in here comes in the form of old bank statements. Apparently, somebody in the Landenberg ring has been using the backs of the statements as scratch paper. The third handful of trash that you liberate from the bin contains a note that catches your eye. A. Where did you score that stuff, man? That juice that you were passing around. That stuff was unreal. I'm serious, man. I haven't been that high since grad school. When you get your hands on more, you let me know. What do you make of this, Hassenkamp? Well, let's see. Apparently a man named A scored some juice, and it was really unreal stuff. So what do I make of it? A couple things. One, the Landenberg ring has some real fuck-ups on its payroll, and two, you're wasting our time. Of the two, I'm more upset about the second, because it involves you keeping me here in this cesspool longer than I need to be. Does that answer your question? You seriously need to calm down, man. I'll calm down when I'm out of here and away from you. Now let's keep moving. Blitz whispers to you via your comlink. Ask a silly question. Alright, let's crack the door. Okay. I don't necessarily want to go through the locked door quite yet. So let's head back to the first room, because I want to see what's on the other side before we start going through locked doors. Oh, a lot of stuff in here. Oh, what's this? Oh, I would need to get into there somehow. Okay, oh, no, that's not where I wanted to go. There we go. Oh, yeah, so that's where this goes to. Okay. Oh, I see. So we would need to get into here. I don't think there's any way of me getting into this door. Doesn't seem to have an interact option. And there's no way to get into here except through here. But it looks like the objective is over on this side, so let's continue looking through this. And maybe we'll find something good. What happens if we step on here? Okay, it doesn't break. I was hoping to find a basement. Okay, nothing there. Oh, but we're in an ad break, so we're going to pause the stream here real quick, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around. Okay, let's continue. This desk is an oasis of order amidst the chaos of the rest of the building. Papers and chips are stacked neatly or filed by name and date. There's even an old-fashioned coffee mug, filled with a random assortment of graphite pencils and ink pens. Hasenkamp raises an eyebrow. Huh, this desk is actually organized. Must belong to somebody in management. My thoughts exactly. He glances at the chronometer on his PDA. Time's wasting. Let's keep moving. Hang on there. There might be something important in here. Let's have a quick look. He rolls his eyes. Fine, whatever. Just make it quick. Nice! I had, a kind of a stir fry of, like, rice and chicken and veggies and mushrooms for dinner. And it was quite good. You appear to have discovered a compilation of financial reports. Each report details the fiscal health of a small corporation. Taken as a whole, they paint a picture of small businesses across the whole of Germany. Each corp in the pile seems to have an innovative project underway. Unfortunately, all are also in dire financial straits, and at least half of them are teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. Despite the corporation's impending insolvency, the file suggests spying heavily into all of them. Apparently, the Landenberg Ring's sources have led them to believe that all these corporations are on the verge of being acquired by a single megacorp. The file doesn't say which one. Time for a drink? Alright. I did just refill my water, so it's good timing. Thank you very much, Valhalla. A financial crime ring is involved in insider trading? Shocking. Now can we please move on? No, fuck you. Most of the drawers are neatly stocked with stationery supplies, but nothing interesting turns up. The topmost drawer is locked. Aww. We don't have Iger with us, so we can't force the drawer open. Fine. You sure? Maybe there are some nice binder clips in there for you to play with, or a staple remover for you to steal. Really? Well, then maybe I should take another look. Forget I said anything. Let's go. Yeah, that's fucking right. You keep your mouth shut, accountant. This terminal has been left on, and the screen is still active. It has been logged in under the name Albert Trips. Keyboard input has been locked out, and a password entry box hangs on the center screen. Ah, dang it, we're not a Decker. Why can't we have our Decker, who is literally in their system, do that? That's bullshit. Okay. Anything of interest in here? Oh, some drugs. A vent? This vent is large enough to fit a drone through. Too bad we don't have a drone. So I guess that means we're locked out of that middle room because we don't have a drone to send in. And that's all locked, so there's nothing else we can do here. Okay. So with all of that in mind, I guess it's time to head back here. It's really frustrating not being able to do all of these things because you don't have the people for it. The door is locked. There's a small keypad, a keycard reader, and a comm panel set into the wall just beside it. Do we have a key code? Why can our Decker not do anything about this? Use the comm panel. You depress the call button. A shrill buzzing sound fills the air. There's no answer. Press it again. You press the button again and hold it. The buzzer screeches like a frightened animal, then sputters and dies out. Moments later, a high-strung voice warbles out of the speaker. Who the hell are you, and why are you leaning on the goddamn buzzer? The voice has a shrill, tremulous quality that you recognize instantly. This guy is riding a stim high. You're sure of it. Stay quiet. After a pregnant pause, you hear the voice again. Stupid thing. Must be busted again. With a click, the line goes dead. The door is still locked, but the light on the comm panel blinks invitingly. Yeah, we're gonna press it again. You press the button again, and again it chokes out its screeching cry. This time, the response is immediate. What the hell? Whoever you are, you'd better knock it off. I swear. Something bad is gonna happen if you don't. Calm down, it's me, Albert. Oh, it's me, Albert. Okay. Albert. Wariness creeps into the voice on the other side of the speaker. You don't sound like Albert. I have a cold. Open the door. You know that you're not supposed to be in here. Not after what happened last time. We've already gotten our one and only warning, remember? Okay, yeah, so this is stuff that we're getting because we read those notes in the other room. Yeah, sure, I know. But I also know that I've got a bottle of the good stuff in my bag. Yeah. Another long pause. The good stuff? You mean, like, the juice? Well, okay. Maybe just a sip. Or two. Yeah, we're proving that digging through the trash was the right idea. The door unlocks with a solid thunk. Don't mind if I do. Who the hell are you? All of Johnny's outfit as well. I don't know what that is referring to, but, congrats, I guess? You know what? I think it's probably better if I just stay where I am. Because then I can use 2 actions. And set him on fire. Hasenkamp can't do shit. He does have a gun. But I think I'd rather keep him out of harm's way. He is an accountant after all. Yeah, good fucking luck with that. Lightning. Get wrecked, Decker. You thought a Decker could stand up to me? We got a keycard. And check the terminal. The interface of this console has been locked. Peering around behind the terminal, you find an absolute rat's nest of tangled cables running between it and the servers. Yeah, we do not have the decking necessary to do this. Blitz, there's an awful lot of cables back here. Come on, Chief, it's not that complicated. They're running a hardware firewall. You'll find it installed on the main matrix line just before it reaches the server. He sniffs. Kid stuff, really. Oh, for Christ's sake, quit preening and walk her through it. Hate to say it, but he's right. If you want me to get you around the firewall, you're gonna have to give me instructions. Blitz sighs. Alright, Chief, I'll take you through the steps. First, find the main matrix line. It'll be the heavy-duty optical cable that's wired in through a wall from outside. Okay, got it. Good. Now find the first box that the cable connects into. It'll have 3 cables plugged into it. 1 power and 2 optical. Connect the ends of the bypass to the 2 optical cables. Following his instructions, you soon have the bypass connected. Alright, that's done. What's next? Nothing. I'm in. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Just get us into the vault, Blitz. I'm on it. Alright, so we're back to Blitz now. Alright, teller area. I kind of want to get everything. The question is, will we be able to? Can I get to the teller area door? Why can't I get to it? Is it because of these things in the way? Damn it. Okay, whatever it is, I can't get through him. So let's see what we can do here. An activation bit. Time to go find a socket to plug it into. Okay, so that's how this works. Oh, so if I put it back... Okay. So in order to get out of here, I need to have that unhooked. Or, I guess, hooked. Yeah, it does that. What happens if I put it here? Yeah, there we go, okay. So then we can take this data node. Hey, Chief, I found something here that you might want to have a look at. What is it? Looks like a sort of persona non grata list for the Landenberg ring. Everyone on here is listed as shoot on sight. There are a lot of names here. Lots of personal information, too. Known associates, credit history, holopics, that kind of thing. Alright, so what's interesting about that? Well, there are 3 names on this list that I recognize. One of them's mine, naturally. The Landenbergs and the Schwartz Hertzen never did get along. Another is Hassenkamp's. He scoffs. I'm not surprised. These bastards would just love my head on a plate. And Chief, the other one is yours. They've got a whole dossier on you. No idea where they got it from or why, but they have it. I'd never even heard of these bastards before tonight, so how the hell do they know about me? No idea. Looks like a new file. It was just uploaded about 20 minutes ago. Hang on, there's an attachment. I'll send it to you. Blitz's voice falls silent. A few seconds later, a brief message appears on the screen of your PDA. We've got a leak. Plots. Here's the intel on those unwanted guests that I warned you about. They're coming tonight. Take appropriate precautions. Plots. I've run into that name a couple of times since we arrived. Any ideas, Hassenkamp? Jurgen Plots. He's the leader of the Landenberg ring. I had to share an office with that miserable son of a bitch for 5 years before we went our separate ways. He's the greediest, most narcissistic piece of work that I've ever met, and I work for a loan shark. I'd imagine he's not a huge fan of you, either. No, he's not. Anyway, in the end, it doesn't matter. Mr. Grinder will get paid, and Plots is gonna write the check. Well, that was very enlightening. Want me to delete the files, Chief? Please. Got a bunch of cars and stash weapons, pretty much just by grinding in Cyberpunk. Oh, well, that's nice. A few seconds pass. Done and done. No need to worry about that anymore. That's very reassuring. Thanks, Blitz. Hopefully that means that we aren't going to have to deal with, any surprise visitors. Oh, right. Okay, so let's take this bit. That's fine. Put a bit in here. That leaves us with 1 spare bit. We can take this bit. That gives us 2 bits. Actually, before we put that in there, I don't want to put that in there yet. I want to... because the yellow one is gonna end the sequence. Okay. What happens if we take this bit? Okay, so that bit needs to stay there. Unless... is there anything down here? No. Okay, unless putting a bit here will keep it open. Yes, okay. So that means we can take this bit. That will stay open. Now we can take this bit again. Good. We can plug the bits into these 3 slots. And then that should give us access to the teller area. Your comlink crackles to life. Hey, Chief, I just cracked open a security door somewhere in your area. It might be worth checking out. Will you please tell him to concentrate on the job? We're here to settle his debt, not to hunt for souvenirs. Alright, Blitz, we'll look into it. Great. It has become my mission in life. Hey, thanks for doing that, Blitz. No problem, Chief. It's great to feel appreciated. Sigh. Look, Blitz, we're here because of your problem. But it is gratifying to make the accountant guy miserable. I know it's all fictional, but I find it pleasing to cause him suffering. Alright, so it looks like we've got another firewall here, which means that this isn't the end of what we need to do. Alright, Chief, it looks like there's another firewall blocking me from the vault controls. Go on. I'm going to try to get you limited access to the facility. You should be able to find a terminal in there that you can bring the firewall down, and from there, I'll get you access to the vault. Got it. But yeah, don't log out yet. Gonna place a bit here. Place a second bit here. Get to the hack node. Alright, you're clear into the secured area. You're clear into the secured area. My tongue is going crazy tonight. Keep your eyes open, Chief. There's a tiny chance that you might bump into some physical security from here on out. Other than the crazy guy in the server room, you mean? Yeah, other than him. You said that there wouldn't be any security in this building. Hassenkamp sounds tired. Easy in, easy out, no security. That's what you told Mr. Grinder. Those were your exact words. Yeah, well, the situation has changed a bit. Look, I'm not saying that you will hit security. I'm just saying that you might. So just keep your eyes open and lower the next firewall, okay? We'll keep our eyes peeled. But first, we're going to check the teller area. Because there's an equipment station here. Ooh, a fancy gun. Portable grenade launcher that fires mini grenades. I will definitely send that to my stash. Is that the only thing in the area here? Oh, I was kind of hoping there would be, you know, money in the teller area. But I guess a grenade... Oh. No, just fucking... Yeah, go this way. It's faster. Oh, we can get into this room now. Where is the yellow... Oh, the yellow marker's all the fucking way over here. Okay. Oh, guess we might as well check the area out. You find a sheaf of banking information. The data in this paperwork all points to Meat Grinder and contains a long list of financial transactions and known associates. The whole thing is enclosed in a manila file folder labeled Plots. For once, Hassenkamp doesn't complain about the detour. When he sees the information in front of you, he stops dead in his tracks. Why would Plots have Meat Grinder's financial records? To steal from him, most likely. But these records, they don't make any sense. Care to explain that to the rest of us? The accountant frowns, staring at the paper printouts in front of him. I know Mr. Grinder's books. I tend them for him. And I'm telling you, what I'm seeing here doesn't add up. In what way? I'm seeing projections for future profits in here that run way outside the scope of what our organization brings in annually. I don't know how Plots got his hands on this information, but it couldn't be any more wrong. Maybe there's something going on that you don't know about. Could Grinder be working a deal under your nose? Something he wants to keep you insulated from, maybe? No, no way. That would be financial suicide. Mr. Grinder is good at intimidating people and breaking kneecaps. When it comes to keeping the business running, I'm the man that he turns to. Have been for a dozen years. Maybe you should ask Grinder about it when we're done with the run. Yeah. He glances back at the folder of information, a conflicted expression on his face. Maybe I should. Okay, so there's something else going on here. I'm getting a feeling that Meat Grinder wants us to do this in order to wipe out his some sort of debt that he has with this company. And perhaps he is the one who is feeding the information to the Landenberg group to get us killed as part of paying off that debt or something. Alright, anything in here? Nope, just an empty room. Okay, but what the fuck are these? These are like tables that are just lying on their sides for no particular reason. I don't understand why they're arranged like that. Okay, oh, I see some physical security up here. Okay, that door's locked. What can we interact with? Anything over here? Looks sharp. Security doesn't look like they see us, yeah. There's something we can do in that room, but we can't get into there for now. Is there something I can do here? No. I assume these guys are something we're gonna have to fight on the way out. Because there's a shaman node here, which I guess is something for in the event that we were playing a shaman. Alright, well it doesn't seem like there's anything else in this room that we can interact with, so might as well open the door. Anything here other than the one terminal? And the back door that we can't go through? No, okay. This looks like the terminal that Blitz was telling you about. Disengage the second firewall. The button depresses with a meaty thunk. That's done it, Chief. The final firewall just went down. I should be clear to access that secure node now. Get to it then. Done and done. This will be easy as pie. You wait and see. That's all fine and good, but be quick about it. There were some guards in the other rooms, and I don't want to be here if they decide to come exploring. Yeah, I'm on it. You two cool your jets. I'll let you know as soon as the vault door is open. Okay. New objective, disable the second firewall. Yeah, that's fine. Let's take these bits with us, because I don't know if we're going to need them. Alright, so we've got 3 bits to work with here. Okay. Well, this is a... interesting maze. Why is this red? I can't do anything with it. Alright, and the one on the other side, which is also lit up. It's door control north. Which I also can't do anything with. Okay. Interesting. So those are going to be something that we have to do something with later, I assume. Okay, let's hack the vault door, I guess. This is the vault door control node. Unlock it. There's another telltale crackle of static from your comlink. Blitz's voice fills your ear. His tone is impossibly smug. Alright, Chief. That should do it. The vault's open, and I'm suppressing the alarm. Easy as pie, just like I said. Yes, we're all very impressed. Now let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's do it. Let's hit the door. As you approach the terminal, Hassenkamp steps forward. I'll handle the transfer from here, thank you. Yeah, whatever, be my guest. Hassenkamp's fingers dance over the terminal's keypad. A progress bar winks onto the screen and rapidly climbs toward 100%. Very good. Only one more thing that needs doing, and then we can get out of here. What one more thing? The deal was that we'd get Grinder his money transfer. We've done that. That took care of Blitz's debt to Mr. Grinder. Consider this the interest. Hey, whoa, hold up. I don't owe any interest. Grinder didn't say anything about interest. If you're grabbing things out of safe deposit boxes, we want to cut. Hasenkamp ignores him. Just wait here a minute. I'll be right back. Hasenkamp walks to a nearby safe and taps a code into the keypad. The door swings open. Why does he know the code? He reaches inside and pulls out a small plastic box, then taps the activator on his comlink. Yes, Mr. Grinder, the package is secure. That's right, I'm holding it right now. I'll have it in your hands within the next 15 minutes. Your comlink crackles and Blitz whispers into your ear. This is bullshit, Chief. By all rights, that box should be ours. This was our run. Do you even know what that box is, Blitz? Well, no, but I still want it. What do you think Grinder would do if we took the box from Hasenkamp? Well, there's a long pause, then a sigh. He'd take my thumbs off, wouldn't he? I think that's the safe bet. Damn it. Blitz falls into a disgruntled silence. You can hear the soft murmur of Hasenkamp speaking into his comlink from across the room. Finally, he taps the power button and deactivates the device. Alright, the deal is done. Let's get out of here. Is there anything else we can loot from this safe? No. Alright, let's pop the vault and then get attacked. Upon approaching the vault door, two things become immediately apparent. One, when you step into the vault, the door sealed and latched behind you. And two, there's no obvious way to open it from where you're standing. Hey, Blitz, open the door. Huh? What do you mean, Chief? The vault door, idiot. There's no way to open it from in here. You did account for that, didn't you? There's a long pause. Oops. Oops! I think I might have missed that detail when I planned this run through. This isn't a small detail, Blitz. If you don't get that door open, we're going to die in here. Easy there, Chief. Just cool your jets and let me get to work on this. I'll figure something out, don't you worry. Hasenkamp rubs his temples with his free hand. The other cradles the plastic box like a piece of fine china. I knew something like this was going to happen. When Mr. Grinder told me who I'd be checking up on, I just knew it. We all make mistakes. What's important is how we handle them, right, Blitz? Right, Chief. And boy, am I gonna handle this one. Just you wait and see. Give me 2 seconds and I'll have you out of there. 1, 2. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz speaks up again. His voice is strained. Alright, Chief. I think I can see how to get you out of there. You give me the go-ahead and I'm gonna try something, but, there is a catch. I bet the catch is that he's gonna trigger the alarm on the vault so that the security will come and open it. Of course there is. What is it? Well, right now I'm keeping about 4 different alarms from triggering. No big deal, I can handle it. But I won't lie. Opening that door is gonna be tough. It'll take concentration. And I don't think I can keep all 4 alarms locked down while I'm doing it. So you're telling us that in order to open the door, you're going to have to set off the alarm. Do I have that right? Well, technically, you set off the alarm when you stepped into the vault. All I'm doing is keeping the signals locked down so they can't get out. And I might be able to release the lock fast enough to catch the alarms before they sound, but I can't guarantee it. How reassuring. Ugh, we're not a decker, so we can't bypass the door. I wasn't expecting decking to be such a huge impediment in this game. 'Cause in the first game, it wasn't really a problem. Alright, Blitz, go ahead and do your thing. I believe in you. Seconds later, the vault lock releases with a heavy thunk. Done and done, Chief. Nicely done, Your sentence is interrupted by a shrill wailing sound. An alarm. That's our cue to leave. Yeah. Can't say I didn't warn you. You better get out of there. That alarm is going off in both Meat Space and the Matrix. Reinforcements are on the way. You don't want to be there when they get here. That's an understatement. Let's get the hell out of here. Yep. Saw that one coming. Fortunately, I've got fireballs. Well, that wasn't nearly as effective as I was hoping. Why are these guys so durable? You've only got 2 people. Let's get the accountant behind some cover. And have him take a shot on the rigger, I guess. There we go. Rigger's down. Ow. Not a fan of you zapping me like that. Let's heal that up. And then hit you with a lightning bolt. Very good. Reduce your AP a bit. Now you can just take a couple of pot shots at him. He's very almost dead. So let's just take a standard shot. Let my cooldowns come back. Is that it? 2 people? I have a feeling that can't possibly be it. Oh, were those the 2 guys who were in the side rooms? Because I don't see them here now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gone. Oh, yeah, there we go. You hear a loud thunking sound, a heavy-duty maglock clicking shut. The little light above the exit door goes from green to red. Blitz, I'm detecting a pattern here. Yeah, Chief, I'm getting right on it. What a goddamn train wreck. There's another long pause. The tension mounts. Then your comlink crackles to life again. Okay, Chief, I've figured out how to get you out of there. You're gonna have to release a couple of locks. You can find the controls in the rooms to the north and south of your current position. But in order to get to those locks, I'm gonna have to hold the doors open for you. Keep talking. Now, on my end, holding even one of those doors open is gonna be a full-time job. There's no way I can hold both at once. So once I've opened a door, you'll have to run in and release the lock, then get back out again. I won't be able to do much else until you do. You hold the door open, we run in, release the lock, and get out again. Do that twice, once for each door. That's right. Once we've released both locks, you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'll lock the place down behind you. Oh, and Chief, you're about to have some more company in there. He readies his weapon. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, great. Now, Blitz has, company. Let's see. Create an attacker expert system program. I don't know what that means. Reduce alarm state. Heal. Erosion is... Here we go. Here's the area of effect. That's what I was looking for. Well, I got some of them. I guess let's target one of these ones. Okay, well, we got rid of one. Can I make a standard action attack? Maybe? Alright, it wasn't a kill. But they are getting closer to me, which helps. I think. I can't see what that actual percentage hit chance is. But I'm gonna do it anyways. Good, that one's done. Now I need to get somewhere else. Like here. Okay, back to us. Looks like we've got some company here. An enforcer and a mage. Okay, mage needs to go down. We'll do that, and drop a mana bolt. Okay, not bad. Let's get him behind cover, and then he can take a couple of pot shots at the mage. with an aim shot. Good. Ow. How dare they shoot me? That's not allowed. Shooting me is against the rules. Oh, I can't hit both of them. That's a bummer. Okay. Then in that case, let's use... Damn it. Big hit didn't work. Okay, little hits. Come on. Seriously? Okay, well, I guess I'll move here, and... No, that's not gonna work. I guess try and make an attack? No, it's something. Move up here. Okay, now we finally got a bead on these guys. Big attack. Is that a killing blow? Not quite. Standard attack? Miss? Oh, but something killed it. I guess that was the erosion. Okay. Okay, first things first. Heal our injury. Then... You can take pot shots at the mage. Good, mage is down. Cassie... can shred the armor on the guy there. That's fine. Blitz can get a little closer. Still not great, but, hopefully I can land the hits. Yes, good. Okay. Hits have been landed. Oh, great. I'm glad that it stops my movement, though, when more enemies pop up. That is good. Alright, we'll zap them with a big attack. Good. And a regular attack. Okay, that missed, and that killed it. Good. You know what? Let's get to dealing with this guy. Or not. Shit. I don't want to be taking damage here. Alright, that's fine. Most of my abilities are on cooldown, but I guess we can fireball. That'll do. Hasenkamp can get behind cover here and take a shot at him. Very good. Now Blitz can hopefully hit with our bigger attack. Good. Not a killing blow, unfortunately, so we gotta take some standard shots here. Okay, that's down. Oh, I can't quite get to the opening. That's fine. Oh, great. More company. Okay, let's get behind some cover, I guess. And try and hit one of these with the big shot. That's good. Okay, glad I got cover. Alright. Cassie... A standard shot should be enough for this guy. Good, he's down. You know what? Let's get on to a ley line. Hasenkamp can get to the door. Just about, at least. And that's why I'm glad I jumped on a ley line. Okay, what do these do? Reduce alarm state, that's not going to be any good. Healing, I don't need to use it quite yet. Let's take a standard shot at this guy. Okay, that's good. Let's use our AoE. Might as well. Good. One more shot. Okay. One more little shot. Good, he's down. Let's open the door. I've accessed the door controls. Say when, and I'll force it for you. Once it's open, you've got to get in there and release the southern lock from the control panel. We're ready. Force it. Okay. Accountant. Am I gonna be greedy? Yes. Send a stash. Oh, we've got 2 people here, and one's a fucking conjurer. Wonderful. Okay, well, good thing I saved my, fireball. Because it's fireball time. Hey, could you maybe not do that? And I don't like you summoning things either. That's unacceptable. I do appreciate you, clumping up, though. Okay, since you are all nicely clustered... Wait, I can use fireballs multiple times now? I like the ley line. Yeah, that'll do. Hasenkamp, hit the, button. Good. Button is done. Oh, good, that guy died from his injuries. Ow, I don't like that. We're unfortunately not going to be able to do another fireball because I have to heal. 6? What do you mean only 6? That's not preferable. Okay, lightning. Good. And that means, yeah, the conjuration goes away because it didn't break free. Hasenkamp can make his move. Alright, Blitz can get out of here. Get towards the next one. Oh, he's only got 1 action. Alright, let's do some healing. While we have the opportunity. And start to make my way around. Oh, great. More buddies. But we can at least get into the next room. Alright. Okay, can my AoE attack hit them both? Technically, yes. Did it? Yes, it did. Okay, good. And I can use my smaller attack to hopefully hit one of them. Very good. And standard attack. Okay. I don't think they can actually hit me while I'm standing in the door here, so this is a good place for me to be. But my accuracy isn't great either. Ow, okay, I was wrong. They can hit me. You know what? I like to not be on fire and taking a whole bunch of damage. What's my health at? 22 out of 55. We are down a lot of health. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use one of these. And we're gonna heal up. And that's most of our stuff. We're gonna get Hasenkamp over here. And I guess take an aimed shot at, let's see, a rigger and a captain. So we're gonna take a shot at the rigger. Or miss. Ow! Stop it. Although I do like that you guys came into close proximity with each other, so I can set you on fire. I'm not sure why the game isn't progressing right now. You, gonna do something? Come on. Come on, I can see you're not frozen. But it's like it's stuck on the enemy's turn. What's going on? I think the AI might be struggling with a decision of some kind. We saw something like this happen earlier as well, last stream, but it didn't take this long. Come on. Don't tell me this is a bug. Come on. Do something. Is this a known bug or something? $11:35. That's friggin' 20 minutes ago. Does have a good few bugs. Come on, you assholes. Do something. Finish your fucking turn. Okay, what does rewind do? I don't know what rewind actually does here. I want to just look this up real quick. Dragonfall rewinds. If you're experiencing a campaign-related issue, you may also need to restart your current scene, select restart level from the PDA, or rewind from the PDA, then select a previous level before you encounter the issue in order to resolve the issue. Lets you pick any autosave since the beginning of the game. Okay, so that wouldn't really help us in this case. Because if I rewind, that's gonna go back to friggin' 1048. So this one is better. I guess. Yeah, I guess. Since we're fucking stuck. Okay, how much progress have we lost? It's about 20 minutes, so it can't be much further than, like, the beginning of this escaping the vault sequence. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. So, get out of the vault. Oops. Get the vault open. We all make mistakes. What's the catch? Alright, do your thing. Nicely done, in theory. Yeah. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. So, first things first. Fireball. We'll get you behind a desk. And shoot the rigger. Good. Rigger's down, and so is his drone. Lightning bolt. And mana bolt. Shoot him. Good, dude's dead. Can we save here? Yes, we can. Okay. So we're gonna make a quick save here. Just in case. Yeah. Blitz has got his thing going. And we need to do the doors in order. Right, and Blitz is back in here. Use my... Wait, no. Is that my AoE? Where's my... Why did my attacks rearrange their order? That's real weird. Okay, well, we'll do this and see what happens. Well, we got one of them. Not as good as last time, but I'll take it. And I'll make a standard attack on this one, I guess. Oof. We're not doing great. Okay. Need to get that mage out of here. So let's give him a zap. That and a mana bolt, I guess. You can... Shit, he's not as close up as he was last time. So I can't actually get him into proper cover. Oh, I can get him here, I guess. Alright, that's not a bad shot on it, that. Yeah, not a killing blow, unfortunately. But they are missing their shots, so that's good. Okay, so... Let's hit you with standard attack. That gets rid of you. Come out into here. And then... no, the AoE is not going to be good enough to get both of them, so... Standard attack. Well, not standard attack, but... Single target attack. Alright, not bad. I guess now standard attack? Come on. Erosion. Yep, that's good. One more hit will do it. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, we're back to me. I think one more regular shot should do it. Not quite. One more. Good. Now he's down. Hasenkamp does not have a line of sight on that guy. But we should be able to get him to one without too much difficulty here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's not bad. Fuck. Alright, well, we'll use... Yeah, that's what I thought. Darn, I really wish it had let me still get into cover. Alright, let's see if I can wipe this thing out. Nope. At least they're bad shots. But so am I, it would seem. Alright, let's get under cover. Hit him with an erosion. And a standard shot. That does the trick. Alright. So, Cassie needs to heal. And then... yeah, I'll get some behind some cover. Hassenkamp can just take a couple shots at this guy. Not very good shots, but... Blitz needs to get his ass over to this door. Yeah. Ow. Okay, we really need to heal, actually. Good. Erosion. Oh, we're in an ad break. We're going to pause the stream here real quick, and we'll be back just after the break. We will be finishing out this this mission, and then we'll call it after we complete this. So stick around, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, let's get this done with. East Northern Lockdown Console. Okay, yes, that's just the objectives. Alright. Yeah, let's... You know what, let's get undercover. Good, we definitely needed that. Can take a few pot shots at these guys. If we can even hit them, maybe a little. Alright. Back to us. We're doing good on HP. Let's zap. Good. Reduce their AP. And a mana bolt. Very good. He's done. Hassan, whatever, needs to get over to the door here. Yeah. More company. Blitz. You need to finish this thing. Good. And get to the fucking... Oh, he can't. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Alright, I've accessed the door controls. Say when, and I'll force it for you. Do it. Alright, now the question is, can I save here? Yes. Okay, so we're not locked to saving outside of combat right now. That's good. Alright, so Cassie, first things first, get to that ley line. And then... we don't have a lot of options right now, so let's just shred the Conjurer's armor. Hassan Camp can get to the medical supplies. Ow! Dang it, they didn't cluster up this time. Fuck. That's bad. I am in trouble. Medkit. And then... I guess standard bolt on the Conjurer there, because that Conjurer needs to die before his thing breaks free. Ow! No, miss! Fuck! Oh! I am dead. I guess the gold one. Yeah, that's not good. Fireball? That didn't kill the fricking mage like I was hoping it would. Oh, but they are on fire, so they should die now at this turn. It did cost me a gold trauma kit now, which it wouldn't have before. I am upsetty. I am fully upsetty spaghetti. Because that was a game bug, not my fault. Ow. Stop shooting me! The hell was that? That was weird. Alright. Well, we nailed both of them, I think, with that, so that's good. Let's see if we can get one of them with my erosion. Good. And standard attack? Nice! That should hopefully kill it. No, not quite. Okay. Standard attack. Good, it's dead. Hit the door. Alright, ready to force it open. I guess do it. Meanwhile, oh right, I can't heal that with a, thing because... I can't heal with my magic because I had to use a trauma kit. So we have to heal it the old-fashioned way. And then... Oh, okay, so the Conjurer did die on their turn, which did then kill the other thing. Okay. Which means I just have to deal with this guy. I only got one shot, so let's use Lightning Bolt. -3 AP. Ooh, I think that's like a crit or something. Do I have line of sight? Yes, I do. Cool. And he's dead. Good. Oh, great. More mooks. Alright, what do we got? We've got a rigger, a captain, and a drone. Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna need to... Actually, can I fireball from here? No, I can only fireball within line of sight. Okay. So I'm gonna have to spend a point to move to the ley line, unfortunately. Which means I can't fireball, which is a shame. But I can... shred the captain's armor. And now you... Damn it, that would take 2 to get there. Accountant, get over here. And... take an aimed shot at the rigger. Alright, it's something. Ow. Okay, that's fine. This we can actually heal. And then we should be able to... yeah, bolt the rigger. Is that a kill? Not quite. But this should be. Good. Gets rid of the drone. Oh. And the captain is... has no armor now. But we don't have a good bead on him. But, I think that means that it's your cue to, get into the lock room. Alright, now Cassie. His armor is shredded. So let's... Mana Bolt. Very good. And standard attack. Very good. Without his armor, he's, not much of anything. What does the door panel do? Nothing. Okay, that was a waste of an action. Is there anything else? Oh, crap. Is there anything else in that other room? No, I think that's it. Alright, so then you can hit the door control. That's done it, Chief. Bail on out of there. Once you both made it into the next room, I'll lock the door behind you. That should buy you a few seconds at least. We're on it. Okay, and then he can get back to the door here. Now, we need to deal with this guy still. Lightning Bolt. Good. Actually, I think with him stunned there, it won't summon any new enemies. So let's get towards the door. Open the door. Get through into a position of pseudo cover. You can get through here. There's a loud burst of static from your comlink. That takes care of that. All locked up tight, and you should be clear to make your exit. Thank God for that. I hate to admit it, Blitz, but you did good back there. Hey, thanks, Hassenkamp. Yeah, you too. Now, you two ready to get out of there? Do you even have to ask? Alright, let's see what we can do about that. There's a long pause, then Blitz's voice crackles out of your PDA speakers. Head for the front door this time, though, not the alley. What? Just go with me on this, Chief. The door that you came in through is no good. You want to go out the front. There's a terminal that you'll need to access. One more button to press. Do that and we're home free. Alright, Blitz, front door it is. Good, and make sure that Hassenkamp comes with you. Gotta make sure that box makes it back to Grinder. Something seems wrong here. Wait, why am I drippy? We're at 48. Can I heal? Why didn't I heal after that, Can I cast Heal Wound? No? Shit. Alright, well that sucks. Hopefully whatever that is will wear off in the, immediate future. Is this actually causing me, like, any damage? No. I'm not sure what it is, but, I'm not thrilled with whatever it may be. Oh wait, what's this? Oh no, that was the vent. That was just the vent. Alright. Let's open the door and, hope that this isn't a trap. Because if Blitz is, oh, our game's saved, which is not a great sign. Let's save it again, just to be sure, our own manual save. Alright. What are we walking into? I don't like these drones being here. Guess we're gonna hit the terminal. Because we're gonna be fighting these, I think. Which is why there were those 4 drone controls back in the Matrix that we passed on the way in. This must be the terminal that Blitz wanted you to use. Its screen is badly scratched and the casing is cracked, but the design tells you that it was originally a part of the bank's security system. Come on, let's get this show on the road. We're almost out of this godforsaken place. Well, you're half right. Cassie is almost out. You, on the other hand, won't ever leave this building. You son of a bitch. Blitz, what the hell? Shut up and listen, Chief. Hasenkamp is planning on screwing you. I've had a bot digging up intel on the man ever since you stepped into that building together. And let me tell you, he is not trustworthy. Hasenkamp sneers. Says the man who ratted out his own gang. To hell with this. I'm leaving. I wouldn't if I were you. If Cassie there can kill you at the press of a button. I can? Well, more accurately, she can give me control of those auto turrets with the press of a button. And then I can kill you. Hasenkamp stops, looks you in the eye. But she wouldn't do that, would she? That all depends on what Blitz has to tell me. Get this, Chief. That son of a bitch isn't really an accountant. He's an assassin, and Grinder's second in command to boot. Making people disappear is his job, Cassie. No way Grinder would have sent him in if he intended to let you walk out of there alive. That true, Hasenkamp? The bit about my place in Mr. Grinder's organization? Sure. But the part about me killing you? No. I intend to walk out that door, give the box to Mr. Grinder, and go home to my family, like I said. Why the lie? Why tell me you're an accountant? It wasn't a lie. I am an accountant, and I'm here in that capacity at Mr. Grinder's request. An edge of irritation creeps into his voice. People can be more than one thing, you know. That is true. Don't let him sweet-talk you, Chief. Push the button and let me blow him away. Cassie, listen to me. Your pal is a thief and a killer and a rat. You push that button and I'll die, sure. But Mr. Grinder is waiting for me, and he's waiting for this box. And you don't want the kind of trouble that's going to come your way if I don't get to him. I want to know what's in the fucking box at this point. By all rights, that box should be ours, Chief. This was our run. Grinder can't have the money and the box. That's just unfair. See what I mean? That's what this is all about. He wants the box. He doesn't even know what's in it. But he's willing to kill an old man for it. How is that not sending up red flags for you? I'm telling you, I work for a loan shark, and I wouldn't feel safe around this guy. I think there's something else going on here. I think that we've all been set up. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, actually. Hasenkamp blinks. Explain. I think that your boss is in bed with the Landenberg ring, and I think that he's the silent partner that we read about. An astonished chuckle erupts from the old man. Mr. Grinder, working with plots, are you high? Yes, but that's besides the point. No, I'm dead serious. I've known Mr. Grinder for 12 years, and I'm telling you, he would never work with that son of a bitch. Besides, if that were true, why would he have sent me in here to help you rob the place? I'm guessing that he wants you out of the way. You're his second in command, right? Sure, but that doesn't make me a threat to him. I'm loyal. He knows that. Actually, I think that Cassie might be onto something. Plots had personal information on all three of us, right? We were all marked shoot on sight. But Grinder's name was conspicuously absent from that list. That doesn't prove anything. Just think about it, man. Cassie's name was on the list, so who the hell gave it to Plots? Other than you, me, and Grinder, who even knew that she'd be coming here tonight? Hasenkamp falls silent, but his mouth curls into a frown. Yeah, that's what threw up red flags for me. We also found those financial projections, remember? The ones that showed a massive increase in Grinder's future profits? His voice comes out flat, disbelieving. Those were fake. Or they were real, and your boss is cutting you out of whatever he has planned. No, no way. He shakes his head firmly. Mr. Grinder wouldn't do a thing like that. Not to me. Let's see, I think that Grinder has gotten tired of competing against the Landenberg ring, and I think that he and Plots are planning a merger. Or use that business acumen of yours. What happens when the only two providers of a service merge together? Yeah, that seems, appropriate. They form a monopoly. You're saying that Mr. Grinder and Plots, they're joining their businesses together, man. Read between the lines. It's actually not a bad scheme, come to think of it. The ring tricks idiots into taking out predatory loans, and Grinder shows up to collect. You get the irony of what you just said, right? Sure, I get it. And you get that your boss is cutting you out of his operation, right? I'm sure that the Landenberg ring has plenty of accountants. Grinder wouldn't need you anymore. Wake up, man. Grinder's in bed with Plots, and they don't want to share the sheets with you. Nah, we're going with the first one. There's a long pause. Hasenkamp stares at you, processing what you've just told him. He opens his mouth to speak, then closes it again. From what you've told us about Plots, he wouldn't want you in the picture either. There's bad blood between you two, right? Hasenkamp's face has gone ashen. He nods dumbly. Yeah, there is. All seems pretty clear-cut to me. Well, he glances down at the plastic box cradled in his arms. Son of a bitch. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz breaks the silence. So, I guess that means we're all on the same team now, right? He nods again. Yeah, that's right. And as a show of good faith, I'll tell you, your pal was right. Grinder sent me here to see that the transaction went through smoothly, yes, but he also wanted me to kill you. Told you. You were on a job, same as we are. I can understand that. Thanks, I was hoping you would. Hopefully we can get this guy on our side, and we can have our very own accountant. For what it's worth, you have nothing to fear from me now. I didn't want to kill you in the first place, and now that I've, tendered my resignation, there are only two people who need to worry about me shooting them. And just to be clear, I'm not one of the two people, am I? No, Blitz, you're not. When we get out of here, I have a score to settle with Plots and Grinder, and believe me, I will settle it. Speaking of which, can we talk about how we're going to get out of here? Yeah, of course, Chief. If you'll do me the favor of pushing that button, I'll activate the security doors. That's all you're gonna do, right? I'm trusting you here. Of course, man. You got nothing to worry about from me anymore. It's cool, Hasenkamp. You can trust him. Absolutely, because I'm trustworthy. Now I'll just activate these security doors and... His voice cuts off. There's a long pause, punctuated by crackles of static from your comlink. Yeah, I saw this one coming. Blitz? His panicked voice punches through your comlink speakers. There's somebody in here with me, Chief. Another Decker, and you've got incoming at your locate. The voice cuts to static. Get ready, Hasenkamp. We're about to have company. Alright, how much company? That's 3, 4, and his pet. Great. The intruder's avatar shimmers in the cool ambient glow of the bank's matrix hub. He sneers at Blitz, and his hands close into fists. Who the hell are you, man? I could ask the same of you. You're in my banking system, you little bastard. What? My name's Plots. I run the Landenberg ring. That makes that bank and everything in it mine. That means that you and your friend are trespassing. And that means that neither of you is going to make it out of here alive. I'm shaking in my boots, man. I mean, seriously. How old are you, by the way? Because you look about 40. The banker's face is overtaken by a menacing smile. I'm still spry enough to ruin your day, punk. Your ass is mine. Okay, actually, you know what? Can I save her? Because this is seeming like it's going to be a much longer engagement. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm going to call it here for the night, because we're already half an hour over time. And we will finish up this mission next time. So if this is going to respawn, there we go. Okay, ran a bit longer than was planning, but so far so good. I'm still bummed that I had to use up that golden trauma kit, but I guess that's just how things go. So yeah, lots of good stuff planned for this week. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing with Skyless Blind, which has been very fun, and they reached their Kickstarter goal. So the game is fully funded, and they even reached some of their stretch goals. So there's going to be a whole bunch of extra content added to it. So that's going to be very cool when that comes out next year. At least when the full version comes out next year. Yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow. Then Thursday, it's back to Digimon, and Friday, more Pathfinder. So lots of good stuff coming up. If you haven't joined my Discord server yet, link is down below the stream. I post all of my announcements there, as well as my weekly schedules and any new artwork that I get. There are a number of pieces in the works right now, so good time to jump in if that's of interest to you. You can also request things like games you might like to see me play, or redeems you want to see added, or just anything you think would make the stream better. You can feel free to drop those in the request channel over in the Discord. With all of that said, thank you everyone for coming. Really appreciate you guys being here. Hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a very nice night. Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Skyless Blind. See you later.